Word.
Hello, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor. What's up, neighbor?
What's happening, big homie?
Same old, same old. Just another day. And that's another Wednesday. You know what that means.
What's going on, the boys?
Wow. I think you peaked right there.
I might have.
You might have peaked right there.
We are the Pay Window podcast.
No. Do that again. We are. No.
Okay.
No. Notorious.
We're not notorious, not yet at least, but for the moment, we are known as the Pay Window podcast. We are on the Sandbox Podcast Network. Shout out to the big bro.
Shout him out. Yeah. Sorry, big bro. Sorry, there was something that happened, and you just reminded me. We started talking about Notorious, and you just reminded me of something. But go ahead, keep doing your thing. Shout out to him. Hey, our brand ain't up there. Why ain't it up there? There it is. Boom. I don't know why it wasn't up there. That was weird. Oh, I'm slacking. And this here. Boom. Talk to him, Vern.
You see the brand. And you can hear us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Radio Public for the audio listeners. Check us out, subscribe, interact with us. What's going on? This is your boy, Vernon Somoza. Wrestling opiner, sometimes manager, sometimes just a fan, sometimes, hey, I'm just reading a book about wrestling because why not? Or I'm listening to a podcast about wrestling, or I am texting with this guy in the chat.
Hey, he got the finger right. Ow! My headphones came off.
Rank champion, what's going on, big homie?
I'm good. How are you, man? What's going on?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing all right.
What's up?
Just got the new Ric Flair book that came out.
Really?
Scott Teal. Yeah.
Another book? What's that? Like his 17th? Many titles he has?
This one. So this is a book done about Ric Flair, his life, a deep dive into his life that he has no input in. So it's done from a third independent study. And it's most of the forensic work is done looking at like his court records, looking at tax records, public records. And
this is just a guy doing research on him and building a story about him.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And it's like I've only read maybe the first 3-4 chapters, and I'm like, oh, I'm in. It's a different look at Flair. Because it's somebody who's not trying to tell a story to make him a hero. No, it's somebody who's telling a story to try to make him a villain. Someone who's just telling you the story.
Yeah, he's breaking down the man that is Ric Flair. That's cool.
So in all those books that I buy, that's almost all what they do. They all build narratives based on just the historical data that they have and going off stories that they've heard and saying, okay, so I can confirm that I've heard the story from maybe only one person, but everyone else's consensus is this is the story. So I'll tell them both to you, but I would probably lean into this being the story or maybe something in between, which I think in terms of pro wrestling, the art of pro wrestling is that it's such an oral history and there's so much of it that you learn because someone told it to you, because a lot of it doesn't exist on film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's fire.
Yeah, man. So what's going on? How are you doing?
I'm cool. I was just looking at my finger here because I got a Band-Aid on here. I actually damn near chopped my fingers off the other day. Because I like hurting myself.
Okay.
I like getting bit by dogs. You remember that one?
Yes.
So the other day I was cutting an onion. Okay.
Cooking.
I was cooking. Yeah, I was cooking.
Okay. Chefing it up.
What was I cutting an onion for? I was making spaghetti. I throw onions in my spaghetti.
Okay.
Just flavor it up. You know what I mean? So I didn't need a lot. I was like, I just need two circular slices of the onion. Let me not even peel the skin. I'm just gonna slice, boom, boom. My knife's so sharp, I'm good to go. I'll just peel the skin part off once I have it cut. And then you have the skin on the rest of the onion. Throw it back in. We have it in the container. Good to go. So I cut the first one. Boom. Right through. No problem. I was like, all right. I was like, I think I need a little more onion. I think I need just a little more onion than that because it's going to be a big pot of spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? So I go in. I'm holding it. And I wasn't holding it the way they tell you to hold it. I was like, you know what? I'm good. It's just a quick cut. I'm not cutting the whole onion. So I was just holding the onion. You know what I'm saying? For the audio listener, I didn't do the whole knuckle method of cutting vegetables and fruit. I was holding the onion like you would normally
Fingertips out.
Fingertips out,
Right. You
correct.
typically, when you grip something, you drip it with your knuckles as opposed to with your fingertips because you don't want to lose a fingertip.
Correct. Almost like I just did a few days ago. So as I was cutting through, I believe because the skin was still on the onion, it made it a little difficult for the knife to break through so easily. So as it moved, my hand it slid over, and my hand was where the knife made contact. Bam! This finger, it caught these two fingers right here. These two fingers, my index and my middle. My middle caught the brunt of it. It caught what I was trying to cut on the onion. And the skin's still there though. My skin's still there, so I'm good. I just got the Band-Aid on it because I'm gonna tell you right now, the pain, it didn't even hurt as much when I cut it. Sure, it was more a shock because I was like, oh snap! I dropped the onion hit the floor, knife flew somewhere else. I was bleeding everywhere. I banded it up. I was good to go.
I'm hurting secondhand right here.
What hurt more, Vernon, I promise you, I don't think I've ever felt this kind of pain ever from this, was being in the shower and thinking I can leave the cut exposed. As soon as the water
hit it,
oh my God, Vern.
Lava.
It was like
lava.
Yes, it was absolute fire. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I was wet. I jumped out of the shower. Cold now, freezing. Raisins at this point, if you know what I mean. I'm raisins at this point. That's how cold I am. Finger on fire, trying to dry it and not continue to. Now I'm still bleeding. I'm bleeding. I'm raisins. I'm cold. I'm shivering. I'm trying to dry the finger so the Band-Aid will stick. I'm sticking 2 new Band-Aids because both fingers are bleeding now. Even though this one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's tiny.
Yeah.
You can see the nick there. You see it?
Yikes. Yeah,
that one's tiny. This one on here, like I could almost flap it over.
Brutal.
I was like, brutal.
So
I wrapped it up. I got back in the shower. I was able to shower, but since then I've had a Band-Aid on it all day. I was like, nothing's touching this thing until it scabbed over. I was like, absolutely not. So yeah, that
Are
was
you then
my,
gonna pick at the scab immediately?
No,
because you're one of those people who pick at scabs and
good sir. I am 38 years old. I'm a grown man with a child. I don't pick scabs. I don't sit here. No, sir. No, I don't do that. So
I promise you, the amount of people I know that like second they get a scab, like, oh, you gotta get rid of that.
Like Jesus. Like, that's how you get scarring, meathead. That's you don't let it heal correctly. Well, that's their business. Yeah, facts. Gotta learn. Well, gotta learn. We mentioned we mentioned Notorious, right? And you reminded me of something.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be talking about this. So we mentioned MLW before, right? We talked about Ichiban.
Yeah.
And we were happy
the young
for
homie.
Ichiban.
Yeah.
So I noticed that MLW is starting to use a lot of guys from New England. And one guy that they use is, his moniker is Notorious, the Notorious BRG, Ryan Gosling. You've seen him on IWTV, a part of the Stetson Ranch. Yeah, come out there in the hobby horse.
Yes,
with the cowboy hat. Why are you making that face for it? Don't do that.
No, because
now he's reminded him. Well, that's my son. Okay, like when he started, he was like a young dude starting out in WCW, Whaling City Wrestling. So, and we took him in from way back then. So I always call him my son. So BRG is going to be working the TV taping for MLW Fusion this Saturday, right? Yeah, this Saturday coming up out in Philly. So I just wanted to bring light to that because you said Notorious. Well, you said Notorious, didn't you? No, you said we are, and it brought up Notorious in my brain. That's what it was.
Make the connection.
So then, there it is. That's what made me think of Notorious. I was like, oh wow, yeah. So shout out to BRG. I just wanted to give him a quick shout out since we're going to be talking about MLW anyway. Like right now, I figured we give him some love and shout out to Ichiban. He's also working. Love Doug, who's also from out here. He worked NRG. Yeah, I think you booked that match. Love Doug versus Lust at Love or Lust. I think that was one of your first orders of business, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, actually, it actually was. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. During the second year of NRG.
Have I been doing that for this long?
I think you have been. You cut promos like once a month. So before you know it, it's done here. All right, so I just wanted to point that out real quick, and I guess we can get the show started now. What do you think? 10 minutes in, I think that's our normal time. You just kill a bug.
Yep, trying to.
Did you get it? You're missing. He's winning.
No, he's gone.
Oh, okay.
He'll be back. He flew for the light.
There you go. All right, so let's talk MLW.
Yeah, man. Tell me about it. What's the news?
W. So I think this article, I don't know if it came out exactly the day after. It might have. Yeah, it says 2 weeks ago. So I think this came out. They published this article, they being MLW, Major League Wrestling. They published this article the day after we filmed our show last time, episode 42, which is available now on Spotify and YouTube, which you're watching this on, if you're watching. So the last episode before.
Shout out. Right?
Episode 42 was called the copyright episode. Yeah, that was the copyright. And to be funny, we did get a copyright before we go to this. We did get a copyright. It was for the Swerve When I Drive, the actual song. But on YouTube now, you don't get a hit for that. They just claim the music. So it's whatever. Still a copyright episode because there is a copyright, technically. Technically. All right, so MLW put out this post September 27th. Yep, exactly 2 weeks ago. It says, I got to get my reporter voice. MLW, CMLL, and NJPW unite for landmark strategic alliance. You like that? You like that title, Vern? Sounds good so far, right? Vern's giving a thumbs up for the audio listener. They can't hear that.
Oh, forgive me. Yes.
C. Thank you. C. Indeed. Give me one of those. All right. Major League Wrestling, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. How'd I do there?
That was very good.
Thank you, sir. And New Japan Pro Wrestling today announced the formation of a landmark strategic alliance. The three world-class organizations will unite for a variety of crossover collaborations commencing this October. The strategic alliance creates the ultimate stage for each organization to showcase their signature fighting styles and athletes. It's a privilege and honor to forge an alliance with CMLL and work with Mr. Salvador. You got to help me here. Salvador Luteroth Lomeli?
Yep.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, Salvador Luteroth. Yep, you got it.
Luteroth, okay. And his team while expanding MLW's relationship with New Japan to create an extraordinary collaboration, said MLW CEO and founder Court Bauer. I wish to thank Mr. Salvador Luteroth Lomeli, right? I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Ooh. Mr. Naoki Shugabayashi, Mr. Takami Obari, and Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero got that much motion?
He's probably the American Connect.
For building the foundation for this opportunity. Good for him. We look forward to showcasing the extraordinary athletes from Mexico, Japan, and America for fans worldwide. Celebrating its 90th anniversary earlier this month, CMLL is recognized as the premier Lucha Libre organization in the world. In introducing Lucha Libre to Mexico on September 21st, 1933, CMLL, originally known as EMLL, what was the E, Vern? You're the historian.
Oh, that's a great question. I would have to look it up.
C is Consejo, right?
Yep.
All right, let it bother you. Let it bother you so you can look it up. Is a sports and cultural institution with the famous Arena Mexico hosting some of Mexico's most iconic matches and becoming the unrivaled leader in Lucha Libre. Recognized for its rich tradition and celebrated in its unmatched excellence, CMLL is synonymous with Lucha Libre in Mexico and around the world. Founded in January 13th, 1972, New Japan Pro Wrestling is the largest and longest-running professional wrestling promotion in Japan. Defining the term fighting spirit, New Japan Pro Wrestling is heralded as the king of sports, promoting marquee events such as Wrestle Kingdom and the brilliant G1 Climax tournament. NJPW is the gold standard. In 2009, NJPW and CMLL formed an alliance highlighted by the crossover of each roster as well as touring events. In 2019, NJPW established its U.S.-based subsidiary, New Japan Pro Wrestling of America. NJPW is NJPW is acknowledged for its growing footprint as a preeminent wrestling promotion around the world. That's what do they call that? Help me there. Where it's like a lot of garbage in one sentence, like a lot of words. what's that phrase? Come
A
on.
run-on sentence.
Well, that's one, but there's like another like word salad.
Yes.
No.
What did you say the M was?
NJPW is acknowledged for its growing footprint as a preeminent wrestling promotion around the world.
Yeah.
There's another paragraph about Major League Wrestling.
Okay.
You ready? What happened? Good.
No. EMLL.
EMLL.
It's not what you said it is.
Well,
It's
C is
it's no. It's Empresa.
Isn't that I?
Empresa Mexicana de Lucha. No, Empresa Mexicana de Lucha Libre. I'm pretty sure. Well, now
Would that be IMLO? Is
no.
it Impresa and I?
No, Empresa Mexicana de la
EM?
de la Lucha Libre. There, that's what I'm missing the la. It's Empresa Mexicana de la Lucha Libre. That was the original
what's
name.
that mean?
EMLL.
What's the Empresa mean?
I think Empresa is like the creator, the maker. When
Oh.
Empresa, that word is not one I would use in my common everyday language. I'm going to look it up.
Oh, okay. That's like an ancient word. Maybe that's why they
Not
changed
that
it.
it's an ancient word. I just don't think it's a word that I would necessarily use. Empresa and empresario is the person who has.
And I know we're tangenting a little bit. Consejo. What's Consejo? I know Mundial is
Council.
world, right?
Yeah, council, like World Wrestling
So it's
Council.
like World Wrestling Council.
Yeah, I believe.
Well,
actually, no.
Council, no. World Council of Free Fighting, Lucha Libre, World Council of Wrestling. I would say there'd be WCW in English, the World Council of Wrestling, right? Consejo Mundial, World Council is how we'd say it. We wouldn't say Council World. We would say World Council.
World Council, yeah.
And then De Lucha Libre, for us, is pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So the World Council of Wrestling, I would say they'd be, the English version would be WCW. I think FIFA in different languages, it's not FIFA. In different languages, I think it's like IFFA or something like that.
Oh, they're not all different organizations?
See, French for international. Hold on. So FIFA is French, but if we translated it, it'd be the IAFF.
Oh.
If we translated it from FIFA, because that's French for. I can't speak French, so I'm not going to try. But it says Federation International of Football Association. We would say International Association Football Federation.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. I'm like, oh, that'd be different, All right, let me talk about it, MLW, and keep pushing. Major League Wrestling debuted June 15th, 2002, presenting a variety of wrestling styles in its matches. I didn't know that since 2002. MLW is recognized for featuring some of the sport's most storied wrestling families, today's top-ranked wrestlers, and the next generation of world-class fighters. MLW programming is broadcast in 60-plus countries worldwide, including MLW Fusion on beIN Sports in the U.S. and on AOZAT TV on Sky in the United Kingdom. MLW Premium Live events stream exclusively on Fight Plus. We're already using that terminology outside the WWE. Premium Live events? Come on, it's a pay-per-view. What do we do? They don't set the standard for it? The E is clearly the standard.
I was going to say, I was like, so we're not going to say that they set the culture. They set the culture. And that's why when you go against the culture, it's a shock to the system. And I congratulate you, but there's only so far you can push against that culture, and then you turn it into something else.
Right. Of course. All right, so let's talk about this. So
let's.
In a nutshell, they're swapping talent. They're booking shows together. They're all going to make more money. So that's it in a nutshell. That was a long article to say all that. Y'all are all working together.
I realized, I was like, oh, this is the press release.
Yeah, that's what this was. This is the press release.
No wonder there was I was like, what in the world was up with that paragraph?
The last three, all those last three paragraphs. Yeah, I was like, oh. As I kept reading, I was like, okay, I might as well finish now because I read the first two. I was like,
commit. Gotta commit.
I had to finish it up. So yeah, they're working together. Good for all three promotions, because New Japan is just soiling their oats everywhere they go anyway at this point.
So do you think it's interesting that there's been, so have you been seeing in the dirt sheets lately that has been teased that WWE's trying to work something with Noah?
I did not, but I don't
I have not seen the picture of Triple H and Muda. And
No, I didn't.
Muda was like, yo, get me a little, I think it was like a joke, but he said something along, if my memory serves me correctly, something along the lines of like I'll be the plug for sushi or something and we can start setting something up. Like he was like, I'm all for it to do a joint venture with
Listen,
WWE. And I was like, wow, that would be
you never
interesting.
know. You never know, bro.
Well, it's TKO Sports now. It's not WWE anymore. It's TKO Sports.
I bet a promotion in Japan would look good on the flywheel. I bet it would. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's right. So that's the thing. That's the thing that we should keep, all of us. That's my word to you, wrestling fan listening to this. Remember, it's not WWE. It's not Vince. It's TKO Sports.
Yep. It is.
So anybody who gets signed, as Jade Cargill says, and shout out to her, as she talked about, I'm the first signee by TKO Sports. They signed me. She didn't say Vince McMahon came to my house and signed me.
TKO. She never mentioned Vince. She did not mention Vince once. I bet
her media training is so on point.
Yep. So yeah, just to wrap this up real quick.
Apologies for bearing that lead.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that. We'll talk about her.
This shouldn't be a shocker. If you listen to this podcast, you knew that already.
Right. So yeah, good on all these companies coming together to work and make more bread. Good for the independent scene as I look at it. And I mean, you can't call New Japan independent or CMLL because they're like the top of their country. But good for MLW, who is considered an independent here. I wouldn't even say. Would you even say they're top 5 promotion out here?
I don't know. I wouldn't, because they don't get ratings like that, right? They're national. Right. They have the opportunity for it all.
Right.
I don't know. It's they fall into a place like
Impact.
Yeah, where that it's not bad wrestling. It's not that I say it's bad. It's just uninteresting to me.
I would say
Battle Riot. It's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
But you ever watched the Battle Riot before?
I think once, but I didn't finish it. It's their Royal Rumble, ain't it?
Their version of it.
Yeah. I was cool. I think you mentioned me to watch it once, and I got about half hour in, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's like you watch one of them once, and you're just like, I don't know if I could commit to that like I do the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that it wasn't devoid of surprises or guys using weapons in the middle of it and table breakage, but at some point it was just a battle royal that was too many guys in a ring for a battle royal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the guys weren't getting. It was just ridiculous. But like I said, okay. So I was just saying about the top 5.
My bad. Go ahead.
If you had to rate them, right now, you got the E, you got the dub. Would you say New Japan has a bigger footprint than Impact?
No.
So Impact 3.
Yeah.
New Japan.
They're comparable. I would say at this point they're getting about comparable, because Impact with the 1,000th episode didn't spike the rating. The rating was worse than usual.
Yeah.
So Impact hasn't been killed. So I can't even say that. But Impact at least gets a rating that they reported on. New Japan,
as far as the reach. That's what
I'm saying. But New Japan, I don't.
They share the same television as well, anyway.
Yeah, but Japan. I don't think New Japan's as big as people think it is. No.
Okay. Because so would you put an MLW there because MLW has TV?
Oh no, I don't think MLW is popular at all. I don't
MLW has is on BN Sports, which not
I
everybody
understand.
has.
But can you name the MLW champions? Any of them?
Oh, absolutely not. No, I don't watch the product, so I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I mean in terms of like MLW. It's just not. It's not it. Can you name any of the New Japan champions?
Yeah, I know Zack Sabre Jr. because he worked on Wrestle Dream.
Okay, but who's the heavyweight champion? No,
Sonata. I do know that. Sonata is the heavyweight champion.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had to prove you wrong there. I'm sorry. I just knew that, though. I just knew that because I knew that. To a casual fan, they wouldn't have known that.
No, that's what I mean. New Japan is not. No, that's why that's why Wrestle Dream, before we get there, annoyed me, because again, it felt like a show you had to walk in with all this insider knowledge of what this was, who these people were. And it's just like, dude, this stuff is not as popular as we pretend it is. It's having a resurgence. Yes, for business, for money, for things that don't affect you and I. It's having a resurgence. But is it are we reinventing the wheel of wrestling to where a new Vince, a new Austin has been found, a new Rock's been found, a new SmackDown 6 has been found? No, I don't think so. But we're at a place where wrestling has entered this, where more people are just paying attention to it than before. But we're not reaching the 90s era. I think we're experiencing like we're currently still in the we're not there yet. We're not there at this revolution yet, but I think we're at a place now where it's like, yeah, Vince sold it. We're in a new generation of it, whether we like it or not. It's a new generation where TKO Sports has the final say. They have the majority of it, where Triple H has been confirmed. I've been reading that article all day. Is confirmed that he's 99.99% in charge of all creative.
Yeah, in charge of all the creative.
All creative. That Vince is basically none.
So JDNY, whatever his name is, he can't run with that narrative. That is 50-50 Vince, or he's still going to say it's 50-50 Vince.
Correct. Well, of course, like he said, that's what he's told to say.
Yeah, sure.
But point being, it's a different Fed because it's not the Fed will never be the Fed we knew.
Of course not.
This Fed, they have a different
approach to everything.
A different approach to everything.
Yeah. For sure. No, absolutely. I'm with you. But let's get back to MLW.
Let's go back to
let's put a bow on this thing. Again, shout out to them. Shout out to them. I want to see what happens next. I think they said they're going to start this month with shows. So we'll see how that works out for them. Maybe I'll do a little research. Matter of fact, I'll make a note.
I mean, they've been out in this area. They've been out here. They did Battle Riot and the War Chamber. Is that the name of their? I'm pretty sure that's
I think they're doing one called Slaughterhouse that's coming up.
That's the Halloween show.
Yeah, it's called Slaughterhouse. All right. What?
You're like,
you sound like I'm brushing it off.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah.
Where am I here? Oh, I can get rid of this. Boom. All right. So the next topic, my friend, wanted to show you a pretty awesome trailer. So that I'm really excited for. A professional wrestling movie done by a AAA studio. I believe that's what you call those AAA studios when they're like big budget. I think they call them AAA studios.
Yeah, A24, no?
A24 made this movie. So the Iron Claw is coming out. I don't remember. Oh, it's starting already. Pause that. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Boom. So yeah, the Iron Claw is coming out. Where's it say it? Tickets on sale. U.S. release date, December 22nd, 2023. So Vern, you can take out the whole family. Take Abby. Bring her out to the theater.
Word. Shout out to Big
Abby.
This is gonna be a big movie for Christmas, I'm sure.
Yes. Yep. December 22nd, it comes out. This is a movie about the Von Erich family and world-class championship wrestling. Vern, I'm gonna spoil it for you. I've seen this already, and I can't wait to see your reaction to it because I'm gonna tell you now, I really liked this trailer.
Okay.
It looked good. I thought the people playing the characters looked very well. So I'm gonna just say that, and I'm gonna let you watch now. Okay. All right, ready? Ready? Here we go.
Ever since I was a child, people said my family was cursed. Mom tried to protect us with God. Pop tried to protect us with wrestling. He said if we were the toughest, the strongest, nothing could ever hurt us. I believed him. We all did.
Morning. Pants tomorrow, please, David.
Perry, I want you to join your brothers in the ring.
Yes, sir. I love that.
Woo! Now, we all know Kerry's my favorite, then Kev, then David, then Mike. But the rankings can always change.
What do you want in life, Kevin Von Erich?
More ribs?
I want to be with my family. Be with my brothers.
What do you like to do with your brothers?
together, we can do anything.
We're here to restore justice to the Wrestling Federation that our father built with his own 2 hands. The hands that were passed down to us. The hands that will deliver the Iron Claw to you.
So what do you think? Like we're alive.
I love your family, Kevin.
No way, Uncle?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that makes me so happy.
I'll talk to you about something, Mom. Dad's too tough on us. You gotta say something.
Baby, that's what your brothers are for.
Feel that? You feel that? That's pressure. You're pushing too hard. I'm fine, Kev. Seriously, I'm just sick.
I'm scared, man. It all out of control.
Terrible accident.
I should have stopped him. I need to think about my family.
Your job is to wrestle. Live up to that deal, or we are through.
I told you to look out for him!
I just love being out there with you guys. It's the only thing that matters to me.
The Vernon will forever be the greatest family in the history of wrestling.
Oh, he's got on mute. Vern.
Yo, I am excited for that, bro. Wow.
Sir, how
Denim
good?
Fritz Von Erich, I'm with it.
How good is that trailer?
Bro, when I seen Denim Fritz,
Dude, everybody
me.
looks amazing, don't they?
Yo, the body transformations on dudes, though.
Zac
wow.
Efron. Zac
What?
Efron. The
He looks
person
like
who's
a
playing Carrie,
stud.
who is that? That guy looks familiar.
That's the dude from The Bear.
Okay. Is he from anything else?
Shameless.
Okay. I never watched Shameless, but I know him from something else. I feel like he was in
I like that I keep naming things and you're just like, nope, not that.
Nope, I haven't, because I haven't seen it. Oh my God. It's bothering me now. No. Well, I did see movie 43, but that was just silly. No. Nope.
He's folks.
Shameless, like you said,
is
The
just
Bear.
currently sitting here reading the screen.
Nope. There's nothing I see that, but I do remember him from The Bear. I seen the trailer for The Bear, so I do remember him from that. So, shut up, Vern.
all that for a trailer, folks. All that for a trailer.
Shut up, Vern. What did you think of it again? Go ahead.
Man,
and, go ahead.
Dude,
go.
that was exciting. It looked like good wrestling. It looked like Texas wrestling. Bright lights, loud crowd, the Sportatorium.
Did you see the Freebirds?
Bro, the Freebirds look phenomenal. Like I was like,
yeah.
oh my God,
I saw your smile. I was like, yes.
Like of course it made me. I love seeing that stuff come to life.
Yes.
Hey man, I'm excited to see it.
Go ahead.
I'm excited to see it, but we also see the funeral hearses, and we know what that's for. So it's just So as a fan,
the story. You know the story. We all.
That's what I mean, right? It's like, man, what a story. But it's just like, I wonder how they'll handle that. I said that. I guess that I'm curious to see how they'll handle that.
All right, question for you.
And what tone will be set for that, sir?
Length of the movie. How long? Let's see if they have.
Oh, gotta be a 2-hour movie, at least 225.
Hold on. You think it's gonna be about 2.5?
How long was The Wrestler?
I'll look that up first. The Wrestler,
and not the one with Vern Gagne.
Oh God, 109 minutes. So that's 1 hour and 49 minutes. About 1:50 is The Wrestler.
Okay.
The Iron Claw will run. Oh, it doesn't say yet. Let me check IMDb. Hold on.
It just came out. The trailer just came out today.
The trailer just came out today. So yeah, I would think they might have the runtime because the movie's done if the trailer came out today. Nope, but the runtime looks like it hasn't been announced yet. So because nobody has it. Yeah, nobody has it. Nope. It just has the release date so far. So yeah, man, I haven't been this excited for anything pro wrestling related in the movie since The Wrestler. But has anything else come out pro wrestling related since The Wrestler? I mean, you've had what's that movie? No, the TV show on Stars, Heels, but that got canceled. I heard after a couple seasons.
Yeah. Heels got canceled.
I saw like the first few minutes of episode 1, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But I never got into it. I think I will eventually. You never got into that thing?
Never. I've never even checked out a single episode.
Not a single episode.
I just know Punk was on it.
It was very dramatic from the beginning. It was like super drama. And I was like, okay, all right. Maybe another time I'll get into it. But that had to be over a year ago.
Jeez.
So just letting you know. That was Heels, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't been this excited. This movie, Iron Claw, looks good. Even for a casual person, like, oh, I want to go see a movie.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
True story, because all this stuff is, well, it's dramatized. Is that the right word?
Yeah,
it's dramatized. Thank you, sir. But it's
dramatized for storytelling purposes,
right? But it's a true story, kind of like 300. 300 is based on a true story, but it's some guy telling an elaborate story because it wasn't no big ogres and monsters they were fighting. They just fought a bunch of men. But the guy telling the story made 300. You know what I mean?
Creative license.
Right. There you go.
Like Dusty Rhodes said, baby, sometimes it's, don't ruin a good story with the truth.
Right. All right, Big Vernie. It's happening.
I can't believe it's that time of the year all over again.
Yo, can I tell you something? All right.
You sent me the screenshot. I was like, but you know what though? I feel like I knew this, but I just, as I said before,
you blanked out in your mind, right?
No, not even that. It's just, it's not, because I saw the angle. I explained to you one of the angles today, and I was just like, it's just, I was like, how did I even remember that? And I was like, oh, I remember, because it's forgetful.
So yes. at the end of this topic, we're talking for the people we're just getting here. We're talking Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory. TNA Wrestling. Cross the line. Bound for Glory.
When the ages were cold and time stood still.
In the alleys of Chicago.
One man stood alongside. One man stood before to prevent all from suffering.
Oh my
God. That man was a titan of the business. 30 minutes on Hogan.
Oh my God. Zooming on him in the red and yellow poses and flashing lights. Yeah, you know it.
Flashing lights. Girls dancing behind him. He's at his bar. He's at his sports bar, so he had them pay him so they can shoot at his sports bar. Because that Carney man knows he's gonna get a double payday out of it.
Damn right. Damn right. Hogan must get payday. Forget Hogan must pose. Hogan must get payday. Speaking of Hogan, we're not talking Terry. We're not talking Hulk Hogan. We're talking Mickey Hogan, brother. Mickey must
going
pose.
On with that great transition, sir.
Vern. I don't even remember when we said this. I think it was right when we figured out Trinity was coming. Right? That Trinity is
yes, back when you guessed that Trinity was going to come in and she was going to be the one to beat Mickie James. You was like, you said, oh, she'll be the one to get the win and she's going to retire her.
So episode 29, we heard that she had a new name, that it was Trinity Star, and then she dropped the star. She dropped the star.
Realized that was not a good look.
Okay, then episode 31, Everybody Loves Punk. Remember that episode? Everybody
goes
loves
back
Punk.
to that episode. That really was a happening time in wrestling.
Right,
Weird.
Exactly. That's when they said Naomi to Impact Wrestling. So I'm sure then she had her debut. Here we are at episode 43. You called it there, Vern. You said it, I believe, and I was like, yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's happening. I was like, oh man, you're right. You had said Mickie James will defeat Trinity when she comes to Impact. And here we are in October, about, 20 some odd weeks later. Here we are in October. And at Bound for Glory, we're going to go through the card. We're going to go through the card because, Vern, it's Bound for Glory. We have to watch Bound for Glory. Man. It's the showcase of the Immortals.
Listen, I have been watching. I told you, I watch it every now and then.
Actually do.
But like I told you, it's uninteresting. It's not bad wrestling. It's just uninteresting. Stuff happens. Well, I'll send you. So I always end up sending you clips, and I'm always like, oh, watch this, or I talk about something I saw.
You tried to send me something today, and I refused.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
I
I
refuse.
send you stuff that I'm like, wow, like they took a swing and did something on their show that I don't know if I would have done it on a wrestling show, but
Ever at
that's
all. Like
that's who
somebody
they
getting
are.
shot.
Or getting stabbed in the back with a fork.
Yeah, about that. So we're gonna go through this Bound for Glory card, sir. October 21st. This is in 10 days in Chicago. Is that a Saturday or Sunday? That's a Sunday, right? Let's see.
No, I
October
think
21st is a Saturday.
Yeah,
October
because
21st.
they
is
usually
Saturday.
do a taping on a Friday and a Saturday. They try to do 2
Okay.
days.
Okay, so Impact Wrestling will present Bound for Glory in Cicero, Illinois at Cicero Stadium. What is that?
Oh no, then no. Is that a ball field?
They're saying it's in Eritrea. That's not Cicero, Illinois. Hold on. I don't know where that is.
Because then I was gonna say if they're at a ball field, I doubt they're gonna do back-to-back shows at a ball field.
They're showing it in Eritrea, like Ethiopia. Like what? What are you talking about right now? Wikipedia. It says Cicero. It's Chicago, Illinois. It's next to Chicago. But they're giving me the stadium incorrectly. I'm trying to Cicero Stadium. Nope, same thing. Cicero, Illinois. Okay. Sure. Maybe it's a small venue and it doesn't have a Wikipedia. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Ticketmaster.
You're really gonna make me go through all these lengths for Impact Wrestling?
I'm just saying.
You know what? You know what, Vern? You know what? That's disrespectful on my part. It is Bound for Glory.
Exactly. You got me curious about it.
I'm sorry. It's because
Can we get
we're going to
tickets?
see Mickey
Are
win.
tickets still available?
Vern, you are not going to Bound for Glory.
I'm never going to go to Bound for Glory, but still, I want to know if tickets are available still.
Is Bound for Glory available on Ticketmaster? How do you get tickets? How do you get tickets for?
Or is it?
Oh, Impact. Okay.
Yeah.
There are no upcoming events. How do you get a ticket? How do you get a ticket to Impact Wrestling, Vern? Vern, if I want to go see an Impact Wrestling show live, how do I get tickets?
Did Bound for Glory happen already and it's just pre-recorded?
No. Live on pay-per-view. Tickets. I had to go to their website. It took me to Eventbrite. Wow. Cicero Stadium, 1909 South Laramie Avenue, Cicero, Illinois. Search button. Images. This place will look great. This place will look great. MLW did this.
Oh, okay.
I'm being nice. This place will look great for Impact if they fill it out right. Wouldn't it? Tell me it wouldn't.
Oh,
if
man.
MLW packed it out like this,
yeah, that looks good.
Why wouldn't it, right? It's a small venue. You could tell. I think this is how it looks outside right here. So it looks like it's a theater or something almost, but it says stadium. And it looks like that might be MLW's fixtures, but still.
Like an amphitheater. Yeah, it looks almost like an amphitheater, no?
And it looks like it has a basketball court or something.
Amphitheater,
right?
no. Yeah, like a stadium, like
yeah,
bleachers.
or they play maybe floor hockey or something because it's got like bleacher seats in this, but they got floor seating here with guardrails. I don't know if that's MLW stuff or the places stuff, but still, I mean, this is boxing. You can make that place look good on TV. That's why I said it could look really good.
Okay.
If you shoot it the right way, that place probably doesn't fit no more than 2,000. And I'm being generous. Vern.
Yeah.
So, okay. If you wanted a ticket to Bound for Glory, you have to go to Eventbrite. I'm clicking get tickets. Are you going to show me a seating chart, Eventbrite? Or are you just going to be like, this is okay? This is okay. I'm going to pop this up. This is a awkward seating chart. So is this where they're entering from? I'm going to hit buy on map. We're going to do this together, Vern. We're going to buy a ticket at Bound for Glory. What am I looking at? Ring? This is a big ring, brother. Is it sold out?
Center stage.
Bleachers 2. I can't oh, okay, I can. Bleachers 1. F3. Okay, I want this one. I can't get it. I want this. I can't get it. I want here.
Maybe it's sold out.
Maybe I can only get bleachers. Yeah, maybe I can only get. That's good
okay.
then. That's good. If all this is sold out, great. Fantastic. That'll already look good on TV. And this must be like first come, first cut, first serve. Sit where you sit on the bleachers. But these are like, you're going to get a chair.
Oh, so
you know
general
what I mean?
admission. Yeah.
Right. So these are $40. You go to Bound for Glory for $40. Vern, let's go. Where we got 10 days.
Yeah,
$40. $40 in a trip to Chicago.
Hard pass. I'm. You know what? Everyone says their shows are fun live.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't see that. I don't see that through on television. I don't see that through on television. All right, can we talk this card? Let's talk this card.
Let's go.
All right, I'm just gonna read it how it shows either. I'm not gonna try and save anything. Alex Shelley versus Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship. What do you think? Real quick, we're gonna do it this way.
Yep. Josh Alexander retains.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's had a quick little build up.
Yeah,
there was an attack.
You've been watching. You said, yeah.
There was an attack from the back, and he came in, and yeah, it's fine.
Attacked from behind.
I mean, in at Impact, Alex Shelley's a big deal, so it's like it works.
I don't know how that happened. Like I said, I feel like I told you earlier. I feel like I simmed universe mode too far by mistake. Like I simmed a year, and I'm like, wait, Alex Shelley's my champion. Wait, Tommy Dreamer's the digital media champion. What happened? Joe Hendry was my guy.
No. Kenny King took it off Joe Hendry eventually, and then Tommy Dreamer took it off Kenny King through some. If he doesn't win, he retires. I told you.
It was a given.
He came out when he came out in the Terry Funk tribute gear. I said, okay, he's not losing.
Yeah, sure. And then Shelley beat Macklin. Macklin was the champ, wasn't he? Because he beat Kushida.
And Alex
That's
Shelley
the last
beat
thing
him.
I saw.
Yeah.
The last thing I seen was when Kushida and Macklin worked, and we thought Kushida was going to go over. I think it's the last time we mentioned Impact. On the pay window. Now that I'm thinking about it.
That's when we were just like, okay, we're done with our commitment. Quit.
Once Macklin was champion, we were like,
yeah, no.
Okay, so
Macklin. Yeah, because what's his name had it?
It was Macklin, then it was Shelley, no? Or Sabin. Did Sabin have it at one point?
No, I think you're right. I think it was Shelley. Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Jesus. Okay, so
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it really just doesn't come to mind. The Tommy Dreamer one I remember because that one was just maybe roll my eyes to the back of my head.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Will Ospreay.
I just hate that whole concept of like, I'm gonna retire if I can't do it. Why are you doing that?
Right, but I feel like if you do that step, you're like retire. Like if I were to do that step, and I know my days are numbered. Remember after that last one I had, and I told you when I was sitting back there, I was like, these are few and far coming up. Remember I told you that when I was back there at the show? I know it's coming up soon. So if I were to ever do something where I do a retirement angle, Vern, I'm gonna mean it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a loss. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be I'm gonna do the retirement angle and win. You did the same thing you just did with Mickey, Tommy. The same exact thing. Oh, Mickey's gonna win until the end, and then win some more. Never lose a belt, and here we are. So let's keep moving on. Will Ospreay will be working Mike Bailey. You ready for that one?
Go ahead.
Huh? Did you not hear what I said?
No, I heard what you said. I didn't know.
Oh, you want me to go ahead? You want me to go ahead?
Yeah.
And keep going.
Skip.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't find Mike Bailey interesting. I don't
not anymore.
Find him. Mike Bailey. If you've seen one Mike Bailey match, I've seen them all at this point.
But I don't know. Bola gave me some love for Mike Bailey. It might be because of that tournament. I was like, yo, Mike Bailey's nice when I watch Bola. But then I watched Mike Bailey on Impact, and I'm like, okay, Mike, this is stuff.
He just did Bola recently?
No, old Bola before he got excommunicated.
You mean before
when he was starting to bubble
before he got deported?
Excommunicated. I love using excommunicated instead.
Okay.
I like that word. He got deported back to Canada because his visa, 5 years. So that had to be like 2016, 2017 that happened to him, right?
Gotcha.
Because he just came back, if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago. But yeah, from when we last talked about it, when I was like, man, it was Kenny King and Mike Bailey, and I told you I was looking forward to it. Then I watched that match, and then I realized why Kenny King is where he is. And I said, no, Mike Bailey ain't it either. I don't know if you remember that. But yeah, that's since then, I'm like, I'm cool. Osprey is Osprey, but I mean, I feel like that's just going to be another PWG spectacular where they're going to kill each other for 20 minutes. Moving on.
Charles, go ahead.
Sabin versus Kenta, X Division Championship.
Yeah, that match is getting a lot of buzz because Kent is coming back for that.
So on paper, the first 3 matches so far, not a bad book card. Those aren't 3 bad singles matches, matchup wise.
Like I tell you, the wrestling's fine. It's just uninteresting angles and stories that are happening, or they're nonsensical, and I scratch my head and go, "Who thinks this is good?"
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay, ready? The match we're here for. Matter of fact, I'll save that one. Call your shot gauntlet, 20-person intergender. Call your shot gauntlet. Call your shot gauntlet. The winner receives a trophy and a contract they can invoke anytime within 1 year for a championship match of their choosing. That was Bully Ray, the winner last year, and that was where he did I'm gonna call it to your face. You can't trust Bully. You can't trust Bully. That was the storyline we watched for 12 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. Bad. Okay. All right. Then oh wow, they're back. Okay. Tag team match for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. The Rascals, who are the champions, who simmed this universe mode, Vern? Who simmed?
They've been back for a little bit now.
So, because Zachary Wentz needed a job, and he came to Impact. Doesn't Kimberly work for Impact? Not anymore.
I don't know.
Kimberly doesn't work for Impact anymore. Probably not. Now they wouldn't have signed Zachary Wentz, I'm sure. That's the last time. The last time we mentioned Kimberly or Zachary Wentz on this show. Yeah. No. Oh, retired. She's retired at the age of 33. She's done. She's retired.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway, the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz are taking on ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, your favorite Bullet Club tag team. This is Bay's Feast or Fired cash-in match, just in case you didn't know.
Yes.
So MK Ultra, Killer Kelly, and Masha Slamovich will take on Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz. Tag team match for the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. Last time I was here, Jessica Havoc and Taya Valkyrie were tag team champions. But now Taya Valkyrie's in AEW. Wow, we really did sim universe mode.
A lot has changed.
And Tasha Steelz was by herself. She turned heel, right? No, she was heel with the big chick. But I saw on this spot we're about to talk about right now that the big chick's with Giselle Shaw, who also has the other heater. Yeah. Anyway,
Universe mode got wild and wacky.
Yeah, got crazy. PCO versus Rhino versus Steve Macklin versus Moose in a Monsters Ball match. That's going to be a cluster duck. I'm just going to say cluster duck. So I'm myself.
Well, but I told you that match is not, because like I told you, PCO publicly already said that he's done. Contract is up. When his contract, he's done. He wants nothing to do with Impact no more.
So you think he's going to phone it in? You think he's going to phone this match in? So then I'm looking forward. That's the match I'm looking forward to the most. Watching PCO phone it in. I can't wait.
No, because I don't think PCO knows how to phone it in. I think PCO's gonna still act crazy and do ridiculous
himself,
things.
Take
you walk in knowing PCO's not gonna win.
How do you think PCO walks? You think he walks upright? You think he walks upright?
With a stick.
With a long cane, a walking stick?
Man,
like he's going hiking?
Stick, like you get the ones at a Home Depot that they have in the big buckets outside.
Oh my God. All right. One last match, Vern. The one we're all here for. The one that matters. Singles match for the Impact Knockouts World Championship. Trinity versus Mickie James. Vern, it's happening. You called it. You called it all those weeks ago, and I was with you on it. I was on the bandwagon. You say Mickie James will defeat Trinity on Impact. Are you staying with that? Trinity's been champ for a while now, right?
Well, we're going to see. Will Hogan do business, or will Hogan say, you know what? Doesn't work for me, brother. But we'll see.
So at Slammiversary, she defeated Deonna Purrazzo, my boo. That was July 15th, 2023. It's now October.
And she got hurt like a week or two later, remember?
Who, Deonna or Trinity?
No, Mickie James.
Mickie was hurt before that.
Oh, you said when Trinity won the belt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when Trinity won the belt. Yeah,
forgive me. I missed that.
Deanna, I think, won the belt when Mickey got hurt, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyway, yes, Trinity, Miss Funkadactyl, Mrs. Bloodline, she is the champion. Do you believe she's gonna remain? Yes or no? Final answer.
No.
You think
Hogan takes it?
I'm with you. She mentioned on the promo after let me tell you something. When she ran down to save, I feel like I'm about to say screw it, and I'm gonna play the video because we need the laugh. And if we get hit, screw it. The way Mickey runs down the ramp to punch Giselle Shaw's heater, I have to show it to you. The punch that she delivers is probably some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a long time.
Were they not near her face? Were they windmilling?
Oh, it was there. It connected, but it was the way Mickey was running combined with the way she threw her arm. Hold on. Let me just get to it here. I know we're live on the air. Okay. All right. I've got it. Right. Here we go. You ready for it, Vern? This will be exclusive for the video version. I mean, we're not going to cut it on Spotify. It'll just be blank on Spotify. But here we go. You ready? I just want you to watch Mickie James running down the ramp, loading up that right hand. Okay? You ready for it?
Yeah.
You can make up for it. Wait, what? Wait a minute! Hold up! Hardcore country Mickie James! James goes out.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Look at the nip. Look at the nip.
Boy. She really slapped her thigh for that. Wow.
Vern. But like, look at the actual punch. It was like, meh. It was like, meh. Audio listener, I'm sorry. If you're listening for this portion, go to the video version on YouTube. Wow. You have to see this punch. Oh my God. But like she crashes into the apron.
Bro, she was coming way too hot. She was going in way too fast.
Her ribs hurt.
She basically ran into the ring and just whacked her with her hand like it was a sock.
Why'd she nip? The music's on. Why'd she nip?
Forced a habit, I guess.
One last time.
Hardcore country Mickie James.
Oh my God! Look how he sells it. He died.
Oh.
He died. The cell. He dies.
She ran into the ring. Her ribs is hurting right now.
Oh, Vern, I had to show you. This is why I said I had to show it to you. There was no way I could explain.
Maybe her shoes.
Dude, I don't know, but if she did that, she's winning the damn belt, Vern. All right, she's going over, bro. Mickey must pose. Oh my God! Sorry that I had to show you that. Sorry for the audio listener.
All good.
You have to come to the video side for that. So that's all I want to say about that card. Oh, I have one proposition for you, Vern.
Shoot.
You can kind of accept this already because you kind of do this already, but you want to go another 12? You want to run the gambit and do the Impact 12 from Bound for Glory and run to the next few pay-per-views? You want to do it again?
Yeah, I guess we could because I do it anyway.
Episodic TV. You're gonna watch every episode?
Because I skip through them. I don't watch them like I don't sit there and hit play. I like hit play, and when I start getting to something, I was like, all right, skip. Yeah, I don't.
All right, so you're down for that. So I'm okay with doing that because I might do that myself, or I might have it on as background noise.
Yeah, well, because since I've stopped watching the dub, the only reason I've watched the dub in the last few days has been because y'all were ranting and raving that I really need to watch them.
Hold on, before you continue, we're an hour in. This is like the third time you said this. You keep saying y'all. All I said was, Vern, watch Wrestle Dream. Watch Wrestle Dream. I didn't say You got to tune in to Dynamite tonight on Title Tuesday. You got to watch Dynamite every Wednesday. You got to tune in on Collision on Saturday. Definitely need to watch Rampage. Are you watching Being the Elite? If you're not watching Being the Elite, how are you not following the stories? That's not me. I'm not that guy. Okay. I told you to watch Wrestle Dream as a standalone pay-per-view. Okay, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I think we're almost there, actually.
We are almost there.
Wow, we're out to the wrestling. We're doing good. 1 hour in, we're doing good.
1 hour in, we'll do it in.
So, you good? Are you good, Vern?
I'm so good.
My friend, NXT No Mercy. Before we get into it, overall, what did you think of the show?
Fun show. NXT, I thought NXT put forward a good show. A lot of solid matches.
Yep. I thought, that's not where I want to go. Hold on. I thought, I think that NXT has been delivering every premium live event.
Yeah.
Since I've been to the one in Battleground back in May, they haven't missed every premium live event they've done. There are some times where there's some matches that are like in lulls, but that's every show, of course.
Yeah.
It's not like every match. But there was a time NXT, it was like every match on this card is going to be good. There's not going to be a bad match. But I don't want to say bad either because it sounds like I'm burying it, but it's just like it's not doesn't have the sizzle like all the other matches. Like most of those fatal 4-ways that you see tag matches, or like when I went to Battleground and I was talking about the Gallus match, when I was like the crowd kind of sat on it. You know what I mean? But that's going to happen, of course. But, you know. But anyway, we had NXT No Mercy, September 30th. That was about 2 weeks ago now at this point, at Bakersfield, California, at the Mechanics Bank Arena. They had an attendance, Vern, of 4,954.
Nice.
Not bad. Let's see how big the venue is.
Well, yeah, look at how big. What was it set up for?
Well, yeah, the venue says it can hold 8,700. It's probably set up for 6. I'm sure it's probably set up for 6. Or do you think they set it up for 5? And they got 49 in there. They set up for 5 and got 49 in there?
I think that would be the G move. It would be like, we set up for 5.
Oh, no, they're going to take me to every single pay-per-view. Give me one.
WrestleTix. I think if you just look at WrestleTix.
No, I'm just going to go to Battleground. I'm going to go to the NXT Battleground. I'm going to see the attendance there. Because that one... Okay, they said the attendance for NXT Battleground was 3,482 in the Songa Center. Songa Center holds for wrestling. It says for wrestling 10,003, but that's what it just says on there. 10,000. I don't know where they're getting 4,000 more seats from. For hockey and basketball, it's 6,003. So I don't know where they're getting 4,000 extra seats for wrestling. I think that's a made up story there. Definitely, because it felt filled except for that tarped off section. Everywhere else was filled though, seating wise. And that makes sense for 3,500 because that tarped off section could have been a smooth 1,000 alone where they tarped it off at Battleground. But anyway, back to No Mercy.
All right, I got the numbers.
You got the exact? Go ahead, shoot.
Yeah, the setup was for 5,102.
Okay.
And they
49?
sold, 49 was a ticket sold, so they had left a few hundred tickets left.
Yeah. Okay, that's good house.
Last time they did this arena was in September. They set that up for 3,700, and the time before that was 3,200. So
they keep increasing every time they show up.
They went from 37 to 51. So good for them. And they were
hold on.
tickets away from the sellout.
That's when the WWE went to Bakersfield, or is that when NXT went to Bakersfield?
One was a Saturday night's main event. One was a super show.
So those are both house shows.
Yeah, house shows.
And they drew 32 and 37. The pay-per-view drew 1,300 more people.
Yep.
Nice. And to think, it was an NXT pay-per-view. So it's the third brand, as opposed to the house shows, they were getting first and second brand guys.
Mm-hmm.
So not bad. Not bad at all. Let's talk about this card real quick and we'll run through it. So I'll run through the card and then you can we'll highlight because I got photos and stuff I'll run through as well. So in the pre-show, we had Blair Davenport defeat Kalani Jordan by pinfall. That was for help me out here, Vern, the breakout tournament, correct?
Yes, didn't see it though. I didn't even know that happened.
Live? Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that match either. I was preoccupied before the show started. Baron Corbin, your boy, defeated Braun Breaker, your Dominican Poppy, by pinfall.
Big win.
In 9 minutes and 33 seconds. Absolutely.
I enjoyed this match.
Yeah.
Them boys threw some hands. They threw some hands. I was digging it.
Like I said, I can't hate this Baron Corbin. I can't hate this Baron Corbin. I feel like he's in the right spot doing the right things.
His promos are killing it right now.
Yeah.
When he's just like, we've done this before. When like I was like, okay, I appreciate Baron who's like, yo, you watch TV. You know what's gonna happen.
Right. You know exactly what's going on here. All right. So Trick Williams defeated Dirty Dom by pinfall in 9 minutes and 28 seconds for the NXT North American Championship. What a win.
Crowd erupted. I was shocked. I actually did not expect Trick to win this. I was like, wow, this was, man.
You were not expecting Trick to get the hold on. I'm trying to get the
I don't remember. I didn't remember if like so I didn't watch I missed like the last 2 weeks of NXT and I just watched the pay-per-view. So I was like, maybe I'll go back but I didn't catch the last 2 weeks of NXT. But I thought it was an okay match. Like I thought it wasn't super clean. No, there was some spots that were like a little blah.
Well, that's because Trick's still green, but
correct. But I thought for the progression of the story, it works. Like
right.
It's developmental, so it works. It's not protecting the lineage of the title and creating it. It's like, no, it worked.
He looked great in the gear.
Oh,
I give him that in the white. Oh.
And the crowd was just into him, man. The crowd was loving some Trick.
The whoop that Trick. I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it on air, Vern, to hear whoop that Trick in 2023 when Shay and I have been having crowds say whoop that Trick since 2016. Like legit, I could probably find a match from a while back where people in the crowd are chanting whoop that Trick in 2016, and I'm just like, wow.
Crazy, no?
Yeah, crazy to think. I'm not gonna sit here and be like they stole it. I'm not gonna say they stole it. It's just happenstance, right? That I used that word the last show and I didn't use it correctly. Now I'm using it correctly, right? Help me out here.
It's happenstance, yeah. It just happens, just is.
Just is what it is. I did like him hitting the Eddie here.
Yeah.
In the match. I thought it was nice. But no, yeah, I agree. They both did well. And the finish, I love the finish. Trick hits the knee, am I correct?
And Dom sold it like $1 million.
Yeah. For the win. Short-lived title reign as Dom is now your champion. Again, as of Tuesday. Last Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. He won it back like immediately.
He won it back on TV, yeah.
Yeah, he won it back immediately. They wasted no time. All right, so next match was the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Tag Team titles. The family defeated the Creeds, Garza and Carrillo, and OTM, your favorite tag team with Scripps. So this match to me, remember I told you when we were previewing it, I was like, this ain't my cup of tea. This whole
banger for the sake of a banger.
Right, just to have the constant four-way.
It's developmental.
But the constant
guys on the show.
Yeah, you just want to put as many guys on. I was not feeling that. And I felt like he's been doing that the past couple times. One thing stuck out to me for this match, whereas I'm trying to get the photos for it. Everybody looked great. Everybody looked, amazing as the teams. These two looked like they should have been on the main roster.
Okay.
When they came out, I was like, and when I say these two audio listeners, it's Carrillo and Garza.
Do you not recognize that gear though? And like the chest and all that?
It reminds me of the American Wolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, isn't that exactly what the American Wolves used to have on their chest?
They used to put the scars on their chest. If you
somebody definitely fell asleep to one night watching some old school Ring of Honor.
Old school Ring of Honor and TNA. They did it in TNA.
Oh no, was it in TNA they did it?
TNA they did that with the scars on their chest.
Okay.
But they looked good. I thought they looked great. Once they got down to their actual gear outside of the ring outside ring gear or whatever. Yeah, your boys on the low riders. How you
These
feeling
guys
about that?
still haven't found it.
Yeah,
one
this
guy,
ain't
one
it.
guy dressed like a at-risk youth, and the other guy dressed like an indie wrestler, and Scripps just a guy, a fan who got a chance to walk into the ring. This ain't it.
Scripps. Can I tell you something? You know what Scripps is remind me of right now?
Whoa.
I'm just gonna say one name, and if you don't get it, you don't get it. Bread. Moving on.
Okay.
I just saw it. I was like, that's what I got at that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
it was a fun match. It was a fun match,
fun.
but it was just. This match suffers from what most indie tag matches suffer from. There's spots where just guys got to wait. Guys are waiting. You see, guys are obviously waiting for the next spot.
I think there was a spot where this dude of this team, he was just on the apron, just sitting there waiting, and I'm like,
yep.
Oh man,
There's
like, we got to do something. Yeah,
like you can see some of the greenness. The Creeds do what the Creeds do.
Yeah, the Creed shouldn't be here either.
Though I thought the Creeds at some points were just too. The Creeds are like Road Warrior, like how strong they were.
This one did the cannonball. What do we call them? Creed. What can we call them? We don't want to call them Julius and Brutus, kind of like bald and hair.
No, I couldn't.
We couldn't think of anything. They both have hair. I call him Nate Diaz, so not Nate Diaz, because I feel like this is Julius, right? This is Brutus.
Yep.
My
brother Brutus.
He does the cannonball to the outside. I don't know if they have a picture of that one. That
spot was wild.
I don't know how he trusts himself.
What
to
a
do
high
that.
spot! Yeah.
This four-way superplex.
There was a spot where we were all waiting and going ready. One, two.
You can see Julius counting.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 before they go off. Very safe though. Very safe. Very cool spot. Did
you see the ref bump? Is it the bump?
Yeah, he did. He bumped afterwards.
That was funny.
I'll give it to him. Selling it. They did it correctly. Notice they didn't suplex to the center.
Nope.
They suplexed off to the side. So they wouldn't be anywhere near each other. Yeah, they did a very good job. They did a very good job there. And now I'm getting an advertisement. Jesus. Look how many different angles they had of this thing. So this thing was rehearsed a few times. They had all the angles ready for this.
Yeah, what'd you think of that? What'd you think of this wrestling angle here at the end? And I overused the word angle there.
What do you mean?
Of the hurt knee thing and that being the getting him out of there, then bringing him back to get sympathy on the baby faces.
There's a cannonball. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember it.
Because this was all baby faces, no? Or
except OTM or heels.
Okay, so
these guys were being pretty heelish too, if I'm not mistaken. Garza and Carrillo.
See, I just thought the flashy moves and everything. Okay.
Yeah. Because that's what I said. I think they were acting like heels, but then they were the ones doing all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
So is that kind of like that indie talk you get when you get sat down? You're like, look, kid, if you're the heel, you can't be doing all the cool stuff, bro. That you got to save that for the baby face. You can't be out wrestling the heel. Out wrestling the baby face. You're taking away his only thunder. And they were killing it. They stood out the most to me in this tag match, and not the champs, not the Creeds, excuse me, and definitely not OTM. OTM doesn't even look like a team. Two guys smushed together. They don't look like a team yet. These two looked amazing. That's why I was like, wow, these guys look good. These guys should be heading back up with some kind of story behind them. And like I said, this cannonball. But no, I don't remember this. I don't remember the finish this one exactly. That's what I'm. You said something about an injury angle. I don't remember.
Don't you remember when Tony D'Angelo got hurt and he was out?
Oh, and he came back towards the finish. Right. That's right. And he did the hot tag. He was in on the hot tag. I've done it. So I've done it because I had the bubble guts and I couldn't work a match. That's why I did it.
There we go.
And the time when Shay did it to me, that's when the top rope snapped on me. You've seen that video, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, where the top rope snapped on me. That's because Shay had the bubble guts and he couldn't work. So he can only come in and do the hot tag. So that's it. It is what it is. All right, next match. Noam Dar with your favorite stable. What are they called, sir? The Metaphor. I'm trying to get the photos ready. Where are they? Global Heritage Cup match. Boo. He took on Butch and won in 15 minutes and 54 seconds. I think they went all 5 rounds.
Yeah, man.
Good match. These guys beat the piss out of each other.
It worked.
They
They
work.
worked a very snug WWE style.
I like that this NXT is using this Heritage Cup as a way of preserving NXT UK in a way.
Yeah. Teaching fans the rules, and that they every week they taught fans the rules.
Right. And that's why when I told you the first time they did it was when I went to Battleground. And I felt like the fans in Lowell, not Boston, but the Boston fans didn't really understand what they were watching. And I asked Shay, because I hadn't been watching the TV. I said, had they done this on TV yet? And he goes, nah. I said, I don't know how they're gonna respond to this. And they didn't sit on it because it got to Gaga. But this one didn't really have Gaga. I mean, it still had it, but these first one at Battleground had a bunch of Gaga. These dudes were working.
Yo, Noam Dar, he's just so phenomenal. Quick. He just throws strikes. Like, he makes it look like a constant fight. Like, he's constantly trying to fight. He's constantly, like, again, and in an indie way, because I'm not going to pretend that he doesn't do all the indie stuff either.
Yeah, of course.
But he does it in a way that I'm like, it's exciting to me. It's exciting because he'll throw a kick. He'll kick a guy. A guy will be getting up and he'll poke an eyeball. A guy will be getting up and he'll kick out his arm from underneath him. Like,
yeah,
he gets
was this
in
the
there.
Spot where they went over together?
Yeah,
this was insane.
Wild,
sorry
wild.
to cut you off.
No.
He looks like he's smiling here, but that's the spot they went over together. But yeah, no, absolutely. These Noam Dar is underrated, but unfortunately, I think this is as far as Noam Dar goes. I don't think we'll ever see, unless Triple H finds a reason where he needs a Noam Dar, or they bring this cup to the main roster somehow. I don't know. I don't think I ever see Noam Dar going to the main roster.
Do you see that? Do you see this translating to TV? Do you see people in our larger audience wanting to be
British rounds rules?
Not even British rounds rules, but Noam Dar.
I don't think so.
The metaphor and all that. Do you see that?
I feel like this is a perfect developmental stable.
Yep. So
that's what I see. I think Noam Dar, unfortunately, is that guy that's just going to be 30 some odd years old, stuck in the G League. He's not good enough to play in the A, but he's good enough to be close to there. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to go to Europe or Japan to go play basketball. Noam Dar he's good. I'm not trying to bury him. Like this match with Butch, I mean, and Pete Dunne's amazing. I know we're not really talking about him much, but Pete Dunne is equally as amazing, if not better. But Noam Dar is amazing. I just don't know if he has that worldwide appeal that you need to have on the main roster. You know, I mean, that's why Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, became Butch, because the character of Pete Dunne wouldn't have connected with people as much as Butch did. The way the character came out like a pit bull, always wanted to fight everybody.
Yeah,
you know. So
because it helped to compensate for the lack of on the mic. If he doesn't got to talk, he's just a scrappy young fighter.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Anything funny you want to say about that one?
No, sir. Good match.
Right.
Exciting.
So Ilya Dragunov, Vern, you were 3,000% correct on that one. You said Ilya Dragunov would defeat Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. I told you I had a bias, and I said no, hell no, no way. And good sir, I have egg on my face.
Mm-hmm.
You were 100% correct. These two dudes again killed it. What did you think?
What a physical match.
Again.
Right. You always said about Ilya matches, but I thought him and Melo, I thought they meshed well, including some high flying stuff in there. Melo, that one reversed suplex where he busted himself open, where they like fell on top of each other.
Yeah.
I was
he had a mark on his head, no?
Yeah.
Ilya? Yeah, I mean, both guys are great talents, and
look at how red their chests were from
they're beating
each other.
They're beating the life out of each other. They're beating the life out of each other in this match, man. But it's the intensity of Ilya Dragunov. That's the difference in his matches. You believe everything he does in there.
Yeah.
There's nothing he throws or nothing he does where you're like, that was a work. Like that. He was a little light on that one. No. Even the open hand slaps to the neck that he's throwing.
Oh,
You can feel it at home. Like you are fighting Ilya Dragunov when you work him, you know. And I noticed it from when he worked that match with Walter, when he was Walter at the time. I was like, okay, this dude Ilya is something different. But now at this point, another level. That's why that pissed me off on that list when he was so low. But now I bet that list come out now. I forgot what list it was. 30 under 30 or whatever. Right? Top 30 under 25 under 25 or something like that.
That list. Okay.
Yeah, that list. Whatever list that was, he should have been higher up, way higher up. But now he'd be a lot higher now that he's champ. But go ahead, Vern. Talk your talk, sir.
No, man. Just to add to what you're saying, I thought it was a brutal match. That spot right there, they went coast to coast, and he drop kicked him, and Melo ate that drop kick.
Woo. Oh, and it was a drop kick. It wasn't like, sorry to cut you off again. It wasn't like some of these other drop kicks where like the legs stay in. It was a drop kick. He extended for sure. Go ahead.
And man, these guys manhandled each other. They went hard. Nothing looked light. Nothing looked simple. Nothing looked easy. It looked like a constant struggle. I had fun going up and down on this one. It was to the end. It was a freaking ride. And when they got to the end,
look at that. That's a great shot.
I was shocked.
This is a great shot.
I appreciated him building up the H-bomb?
No, he won with.
I thought it was called the something bomb.
I thought he won. Oh no, that was on Tuesday night. The headbutt. He beat down with the headbutt. You talking about this move? No, this move.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. I love it though too. I love that move.
Or the
F bomb? Flying forearm. I don't remember the name of it now. I'm trying to remember it, but I don't. There he is. Winner, chicken dinner. Can't believe you called it, Vern. Good job. Melo, already dropping the strap, good sir. Why do you think? They're pivoting the trick?
No, I think that they have there's a bigger story to tell with Melo. I think that Melo's problem is, I mean, I know you don't like to look at the ratings, but Melo hasn't been a huge ratings draw.
Really?
Melo hasn't been a huge ratings draw. No, Melo's had some of the lowest ratings on the show. So it's not always, but some shows he's very hot and cold sometimes.
Right.
So,
and it's not like he had bad pairings either. He had a lot of good pairing. Him and Wes Lee, him and Braun, of course. Him and Ilya before this. Who else? Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
He's had some fights.
And I think that him and Trick is the natural story you want to see.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can do Trick Williams versus the champ.
No.
But you could do Trick Williams versus former champ Trick Williams versus former champ Melo.
What if you see a Melo on a losing streak? He gets some tough losses, and he tries to get a consoling trick, and it turns into a quarrel, and there goes the spark of your beef. I mean, they did it a little bit on Tuesday. We'll talk about it. Hopefully we will with Cena. Maybe we won't, so we'll talk about it now. With Cena, and he says, "When did you know it was your time?" I love that line.
But that's a dissension we've all thought was going to happen, and they waited. They've given it a chance to breathe.
Yeah, but that's what you call a slow build for wrestling. Plant the seed and just water it.
Yeah, right.
Just water it daily. You don't have to sit there and dump a bucket of water and sit there and wait for the plant to grow. You don't have to do that. That's called hot shotting. Nobody needs that. But a great match between these two gentlemen again. It's good to see Ilya with the title. Congrats to him. And the last match, big Vern. Becky Lynch. I was shocked at this one. Becky Lynch defeated Tiffany Stratton in an Extreme Rules match for the NXT title in 20 minutes and 19 seconds. Let me get the photos up while you talk, my friend. What do you think? What do you think of this?
So they've been working each other in the house show circuit, right?
Sure.
And I think that it's been the best on-the-job training Tiffany Stratton could have asked for.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to work like
a star, by the way.
Look a month. Oh, Tiffany is.
Look at her.
Something else.
It's crazy because you can. Sorry, freaking tangent. I'm sorry. Big Vern. I love NXT because you can see the difference between the ones that are like, okay, they're next. They're the ones that are there. They're almost ready. And then there's ones you're like, okay, they need a little more time. Or no, they're not going to be it. That's what I love about NXT. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, man. This girl's a star. She has figured it out. And she gets, and let's be honest, she's been blessed to work with freaking Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
And all right, it was a hardcore match because guess what it does? It got to hide her deficiencies in a main event spot.
Yeah.
It got to cover up a lot of those things with weapons and gimmicks and stuff.
You're not forcing Tiffany Stratton to sit there and have to do
and out wrestle Becky.
Why? Right? Because that shouldn't be the case. Becky's track record alone, she should run through Tiffany Stratton.
So I thought it told the story it needed to tell. And them ladies worked their butts off. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton. She kept up. I thought she did a great job of keeping up with big time Bex with the Mon.
Yeah, the Mon. Shout out to Becky in her street fight gear. I think knee pads over the pants. I think, or it's under. Is it under? It looks like it's over. If it's over, I'm with it. The shopping cart spot, Jesus.
Yeah, it was a fun match, man.
The Barbie dolls.
Really
this
they
one
worked
was
really,
cool,
really
man.
hard.
Yeah, it was very creative. They
you know
did a
what?
good
Look,
job.
it had that NXT feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's cool because I think Becky, did she really have a moment when she was in NXT, or she just got called up when the rest of the girls got called up?
I'd be lying to you. I don't remember.
I don't remember Becky having like, I feel like every other girl did. Charlotte had her moment. Sasha had and Bailey had their moment. I feel like Becky was like the fourth, and Becky for a very long time, until
that's kind of how she was perceived.
Right. So that's why I'm thinking. I feel like this is like her moment in NXT, which is, good for her. I'm sure she's having fun. This is easy work. If I'm a WWE superstar and they're like, yo, we need you to go down to NXT and work this young girl that we want to get over to bring up
and work her on the house shows and
work on the house show loop. Work on the house show loop.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a vacay because you're working Florida. The house show loop's Florida. You're in Florida for a bit. I'm sure she's gonna have more time with her kid during this tour as opposed to all the other airports. You know what I mean? So she's gonna have a bit more family time. I feel like it's almost like a vacation where you get to work some greenhorn who they're high on. So shout out to Becky for even agreeing to it. Well, I mean,
them ladies worked hard though.
Yes, sir. Yes, they did. This spot here, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
Oh, for the audio listeners, we're talking about the office chair. Did the barricade come down on this spot too? Or was it already down? Yeah. It was insane. Yep. The swanton here, insane. Yeah, I really thought Tiffany Stratton was gonna go over.
Yo,
this one.
Tiffany Stratton, what form? She has great form. Like she can control her body. Look at that, like perfect dives.
Oh yeah.
It looks like she's diving into a pool of water.
In a pool of water. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, she's got a bright future ahead of her. What do you think they do with Becky? She worked Tegan Knox on Monday. What do you think they're doing with this belt with her? She gonna keep working the youngies, the young greenhorns?
I think she's bringing experience down to the women's division at NXT.
Okay.
Because I mean, who currently signed is that like vet that's down there working?
Oh, nobody. It used to be they bring them down, like they brought down Apollo, they brought down Mustafa, but it seems like
Sean has been booking really interesting as of late.
He brings them in for a little bit. It's just a little bit now. Yeah. And then they can go back and do something, whatever they need to do.
I like that it's not just like one match. I like that it's like give them a program, right? Like remember it started with Dolph when Dolph won the belt and Dolph went on this like 6-week program.
And look what it does. It elevates
that
storyline. It puts that storyline also on the main TV. Because like we saw Braun Breaker on Raw at that time. So it was like, ooh, so those guys get a little taste. We got to see Mello. He got his moment in the sun on Raw with Seth Rollins. when Seth Rollins was white hot.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know. People might not say he's white hot at the moment, but I mean, he's still Seth Rollins to me. But I digress. There might be other guys that come on this podcast that might want him to drop the belt already, but fickle mistress. That basement. That's it for No Mercy. Anything final says about No Mercy?
Nope.
I thought it was a very good show.
Yes, it was a great show. It was the better show of the two on that weekend.
So speaking of the other show on that weekend, on October 1st, we had what we call why isn't that popping up on our screen? Wrestle Dream. Wrestle Dream in Seattle, Washington at the Climate Pledge Arena had an attendance of 6,771. Can you do the WrestleTix thing there, Vern, and see how much they set up for? I'm going to guess it was for 7K.
All right.
You already have it?
Yeah.
Setup
was for 68,859.
The setup was for what?
As of December 1st was the last time I could pull up a post for it.
December 1st? What do you mean? October 1st?
Excuse me. October 1st.
68. What was it?
68,59.
That's what it was set up for.
Yep.
And it says attendance was 6,771. So the building was filled. I remember that all around, right?
So they almost
it wasn't tarped off. It wasn't tarped off or anything.
Almost had a sellout.
Okay, good sir. So
which they always do on pay-per-views. Like,
yeah,
no one's argued that AEW knows how to throw pay-per-view because they know, people know at a pay-per-view you're gonna get something crazy at a pay-per-view. Like, people know that, so they show up for pay-per-views.
Yeah, of course.
It's
That's why they pay the
house
money.
show business. They can't seem to.
You mean their TV? Well, I think so. Before we go into this card, I think that's where they messed up. Remember earlier this year they were on that like, we're gonna run bigger venues. We're working the Garden and doing this, and we're running bigger. Have you noticed they haven't really ran bigger venues lately, especially with Collision starting and all that? They're not going to like the NBA stadiums or the NBA arenas or the NHL arenas that like the E goes to every week.
Yeah, they because I'm sure he has to be feeling the financial burden, some of it. I'm sure, even though he has money upon money, it must sting somewhat to lose.
Well, they're still in the red, of course. The company's been around for what, 3 years, almost 4 years now. They're still in the red. They're still in the red, of course. But why would you even? I get it. I get why, because you want to aim for the stars, kid. You want to reach for the stars, and you want to, go as big as you can. And when you have expendable income like Tony Khan has, you can do those things.
Sure.
But why not just go? You know what? I'm gonna run a Gannis Arena. Forget TD Garden. I'm gonna run a Gannis, and I'm gonna make a Gannis standing room only until the point that I have to go to the Garden next time.
You know why?
To fill it out.
Because I don't think you can get people to stand 5-6 hours for a wrestling show.
Yeah, that's true. That'll never happen. That's the problem. Because we're not going to do what we just did for No Mercy for this show, because it's double the amount of matches. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, and
I think we're just going to do an overall.
The reason Tony wouldn't do it
honest.
is because, honestly, I think Tony truly believes in faking it till you make it.
Yeah, he's got the money for it. That's what I'm saying too. He has the funds to do it. Why not? If he was like a, well, no, because Herb Abrams tried too, and Herb Abrams faked it till he did.
But Herb Abrams didn't have an unlimited.
Right, he ran out of money. That's what I was going to say.
For all intents and purposes, Tony has an unlimited pot of money because he has that much money.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, let's
run through this card.
So I'm gonna run through it. It's gonna suck. I don't have that much water. And we'll you can give your overall, and I'll come back with you because I feel like we'll have difference of opinion. All right, so we had 4 0-hour matches. You hear how enthusiastic I sound getting ready to announce this. We had an 8-person mixed tag team match to kick off the show. Athena, Billy Starks, Keith Lee, and Satoshi Kojima, I don't know what the point of that was, defeated Shane Taylor Promotions of Lee Moriarty and Shane Taylor's Diamante and Mercedes Martinez by pinfall in 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Josh Barnett. Oh, Jesus, I'm remembering this stuff. Josh Barnett in 8 minutes and 15 seconds. I might have to take back what I said, Vernon. Luchasaurus, this is all the pre-show, though. Luchasaurus defeated Nick Wayne by pinfall in 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed defeated TMDK, which was Bad Dude Tito, Mikey Nichols, and Shane Haste by pinfall in 9 minutes and 20 seconds in a trios match for the World Trios Championship. And that was all in the 0 hour. To start the show officially,
yes.
champion MJF defended his Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship by himself against the Righteous of Dutch and Vincent in 9 minutes and 40 seconds to retain. Eddie Kingston retained his Ring of Honor World Championship and New Japan Strong Openweight Championship against Katsuyori Shibata in 11 minutes. Sometimes I feel like these aren't exact times. They're just rounding off. In a singles match for the AEW TBS Championship, Chris Statlander retained her title against Julia Hart by pinfall in 9 minutes. In a 4-way tag team match, I'm telling you, I think everybody's doing it. That's why I'm starting to get sick of them. In a 4-way tag team match for a future AEW World Tag Team Championship match, the Young Bucks defeated the Lucha Brothers, the Guns, and Orange Cassidy and Hook by pinfall in 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, swerve when I drive. Yeah, swerve when I drive. Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana defeated Hangman Adam Page by pinfall in 20 minutes and 15 seconds. Ricky Starks defeated Wheeler Yuta by pinfall in 9 minutes and 55 seconds. I'm almost there, Vern. Last 4. Bryan Danielson defeated Zack Sabre Jr. by pinfall in 22 minutes and 45 seconds. The Don Callis family, Konosuke Takeshita, Will Ospreay, and Sammy Guevara, with Don Callis, of course, defeated Chris Jericho and the Golden Elite, which is Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, by pinfall in a 6-man match in 22 minutes and 35 seconds. FTR consists of Bald and Hair. The tag team champions defeated Aussie Open in the World Tag Team Championship match in 20 minutes and 25 seconds by pinfall. And Christian Cage defeated Darby Allin 2 pinfalls to 1 in the main event for the AEW TNT Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match in 25 minutes and 25 seconds. Vern, I'm going to allow you to say what you want to say about Wrestle Dream while I get the photos up. Go ahead and shoot, sir. Tell me what you thought of Wrestle
All right,
Dream.
0 hour. I thought the Claudio Josh Barnett match was brave. It was really interesting seeing a worked shoot happening on this television. I'm not sure the crowd was fully into it, but they were nice. They gave him a good reaction.
I just hate how Josh Barnett looks. I don't have any pre-show pictures. Maybe I do. Hold on. Last time it was at the end because they didn't know how to. No, the Acclaimed are at the end. See, I don't get AEW sometimes. This thing go. Oh no, see, it's so out of order. Look how out of order it is. The pre-show stuff's in the beginning, and then the main show stuff is at the end. You see, because this is pre-show stuff with Romero, right?
Yep.
But go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you were talking about the 0 hour.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, Keith Lee looks healthier.
Keith Lee looks in better shape. He's not as circular.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, he started to dye his hair again. I guess he decided that whole embracing what you really are just isn't an aesthetic for television.
I'm sure Mia Yim. I bet Mia Yim pillow talked him and said, "Babe, that ain't it."
Listen, I'm glad she did.
Listen,
because that was not a good look.
Listen. If you were like, "Yo, you know what? I think I'm gonna do Grace," and your girl was like, "Nah, honey, don't do that." You would stop.
Oh, 100%.
I would.
I don't disagree.
I would immediately go back to dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Kojima getting the win was weird. I just felt like that was just weird.
What was the point?
Because
I know they have the relationship.
The relationship, sure. And so this just feels like, hey, I'll let you get a win on American TV.
Yeah. On the pre-show. But yeah, here you go, Barnett and Cesaro.
Look like a mean old shooter.
Yeah, it looked like they were fighting. They were out there fighting.
They were struggling. It was a worked shoot. It was a worked fight. Those leg kicks were real.
Right. And then here you go, more 0 hour. Continue on. Go ahead. I'm just gonna scroll through.
I wasn't a big fan of this.
This being Nick Wayne versus Luchasaurus. Yeah. Only for him to do the turn later.
I'm still waiting for Nick Wayne to be whatever the star that they believe and they projected him to be from the time he was 16. I still don't know what this kid's supposed to be a star of, but
I have no idea. Oh my God. I just realized he's wearing Max's shirt. The fanboying is going crazy right now.
Really weird.
Are we gonna get a Max versus Max match for the Triple B?
Nope.
After Jay White.
I think maybe that's hopefully where this will go.
Yeah, the Mighty Don't Kneel have a new member.
The TMDK match was fine. This was your indie banger. This was just your typical indie banger where
I mean, it's a trios.
Did it not have like the official New Japan spots where the guys would stand on the apron and like one guy was
they get bumped off and all that? Yeah.
And
like another one where Max was waiting. We were talking about it on the E. Sorry, we're talking about it how the guys at OTM were just waiting. Max, I saw at one point just sitting there waiting for the next spot to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my pet peeves. You know what else is a big pet peeve of mine? Guys who climb to the top rope to hit a move before the move that's happening in the ring has been hit. You get what I'm saying when I say that?
Oh, when they just stand up there perched and they're just waiting.
When they're already perched, waiting, and whatever's happening in the ring hasn't happened yet for them to even have the wherewithal to be like, I'm going to get this guy from off the top rope.
Yeah.
I would never call something like that.
Well, they give it away when they just give it away.
Right, you're giving it away.
And you're making it look like it's choreography and like some kind of like, versus you're out there struggling and, it looks like you're making this up as you're doing it.
Right. So tell me what you thought about the idea that MJF defeated a tag team, a Ring of Honor tag team by himself. Yeah.
I thought that this showcased that MJF can literally do anything. He can be the biggest baby face on your card.
Yeah,
clearly. He was I would dare say he might have been one of the most over of the night.
Yeah, I might have to agree with you, dude.
After his little
when he did this, the kangaroo, look at the arms up in the air.
Went insane. The crowd
dudes pop crazy for this kangaroo kick thing. And I mean, just look at it. Look at this nonsense. It's a flat out drop kick. But the
split-legged drop kick where you kick two people versus one.
This dude makes the people go crazy. There's one thing you cannot deny.
No?
Is that a Seattle Sonics elbow pad? It is sweet with the gear. You cannot deny MJF's star power.
No.
And if I'm Tony Khan, I'm trying to lock this dude up immediately. Like as soon as 2024 hits, my main goal is to try and keep this guy at AEW. Because if people don't think that he's not on the radar for the E, you're bugging. Sorry, my back itches. I want to skip ahead to the next picture, but my back itched. All right. Then we had Shibata and Kingston. Mean looking mug, man.
Not for me.
I like
this
Eddie.
Is that new age.
I like Eddie,
new age, quote unquote, strong style. Just I'm not a fan of it.
I always like Eddie because Eddie
is the
everyman tough guy look. That's what I love about Eddie. That's what I love about Eddie
too.
But then Eddie fanboys. He fanboys, bro. He becomes a fan. I got to do my Japan stuff. I got to get my Japan stuff. And it's like, this wasn't the Eddie that was working the indies, beating the piss out of dudes. You know what I mean? Hitting exploders and T-bones all day. You know what I mean? This Eddie, it's like, I want to just be strong style and show fighting spirit all day because now I get to work these Japan guys.
You mean I'm going to be Dragon Ball Z? You mean I'm going to be Dragon Ball Z and we're going to yell back and forth at each other?
Yeah, wow. That was all the pictures they had for this match.
That, dude. Oh.
That was all the pictures they had for this match. Maybe they needed to change film. Yeah. I mean, I get you can tell he's having fun. Yeah. You can tell he's having the time of his life.
I'm glad. Listen, Eddie deserves his flowers. Eddie worked hard. He deserves to be champ. He deserves to have a title. Listen, right? National recognition. Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, his passion alone, from when we used to watch his promos, his passion alone, you could tell he has a love for the business. So it's just good to see where he's at right now, for sure. It's just, I know Eddie can do better in-ring work than what he's doing right now. I know for sure. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him, but that's all I got to say on that.
He's comfortable.
There goes your star, Vern. You can see this. You can see this in the E, Chris Statlander.
Yeah. Listen, 2 hurt knees is the only thing I worry about with her.
Yeah.
She's blowing out both knees. And she does a tombstone pile driver, and I don't ever understand why.
Damaged goods. Julia Hart looks great, man.
Julia Hart is looking like a star, like she has figured out the aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wish they would quit making her wrestle so much.
I think they make her wrestle. I mean, they gave her matches to give her the reason to be this way, but they try to make her wrestle too tough.
28 wins in a row. I was like, why was that necessary?
Right. I think
no one believes this girl could beat 28 people.
She's tiny. And I know we're not supposed to say, oh, big, little, whatever, but that's pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is perception. Right? Perception is reality in professional wrestling.
I did think that Chris
Statlander's
sold way too much for her.
Yes. Wow. Not too many pictures on that one either. Way too much for her.
Did you think it was crazy that she needed 2 tombstones to beat her?
I think that's the character because Julia Hart is like somewhat undead with the House of Black nonsense.
But 2 back-to-back tombstones?
Yeah, I don't know.
How many people has she beat with a single tombstone? You're telling me Julia Hart?
Right, it took Julia Hart because of the wins. That's big in Tony's mind, Vern. You know that. It's big in Tony's mind because they matter. Yeah. They matter.
I guess.
Yeah, that's all. But shout out to Statlander.
In a fixed sport.
Yeah, the wins matter. Here goes your boy Hook.
This match was just whatever.
Black Air Force energy. Didn't he have those on again? Here we are, our wayward sons. Man, these are the Young Bucks now, Vern.
Bro, how Luke cold, freezing, iceberg cold are the daggone Young Bucks right now?
You know what it is? And I don't mean it.
Never evolved?
Nope. It has nothing to do. Well, somewhat to do with that. They're fat. And I don't mean their body.
Well,
I mean, don't do that. They're fat. They're not hungry anymore. They're good. They're good. Think about the Bucks we love. The Bucks we love. Especially me. You know, I've always been a Young Bucks guy. Think about the Bucks that I was a huge fan of. Those dudes were hungry, grinding on the indies, selling their merch, doing whatever they could to stay over and get over, especially when they were in Ring of Honor, PWG, working in Japan, everywhere they were going. Those guys were hustling. They no longer need to hustle now. They've worked hard enough to be in a position that they're in that they can do whatever they please.
And they got all their friends' jobs. Yep.
Right. And this is why I feel like this is the Bucks we're getting. If we got the Bucks that we saw in PWG, we'd be singing the Bucks praises right now. But that's not the Bucks we're getting. This Bucks is we're good. You know what I mean? What's that line in King of New York? You got fat while everybody else starved. That's what happened. They got fat. That's all. They got fat. And it's okay. It's okay. It happens to everybody. Right? Especially when people get into happy relationships, they get that happy relationship weight because they eating good. They're in a happy relationship. That's all it is. But it just sucks for them as performers, in my opinion. Because they're not giving you the stuff that made you love them so much that got them here.
Agree.
So, yeah, still jealous of Hook's boots.
Yeah, I wasn't too big on this match. This match was not one that caught my attention.
Didn't what's his name get hurt? Phoenix?
That was the
that was another match.
That was one of the spots in the match. Yeah, where his arm
got jacked up again, right?
His arm got jacked up, quote unquote jacked up.
Oh, it was Kize Fize, was it?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I thought it was legit. Hey, there go our boy. Yeah, I swear. When I drive,
you're not gonna say that the Young Bucks won?
Yeah, I did already.
Oh, you did already.
I did say the Young Bucks
Oh,
won.
My bad. They didn't have a picture of it, so I was just like, "What the hell?" There's no picture.
No, they didn't. The AEW must not care for photos. Clearly, so we're giving this as much effort as they gave effort in these photos. Hangman Adam Page and Swerve highlight Prince Nana.
Highlight that the heel was super over because it's his hometown.
Yeah,
and the baby face was just shat on.
Yeah, Swerve is still an amazing performer in ring. I will say that. I do not like Adam Page at all. No appeal. In ring, stale. Never been a fan. Never been a fan at all. But I think they had an okay match. I think I would like it more if I liked Adam Page. I think that's the problem. I'm just not a fan of Page.
I can see that.
I think that's why. What did you think of this one? You don't like Swerve much, so
I'm not a Swerve fan. Swerve, I get the appeal of Swerve. I just don't like the gimmick.
You don't like the gimmick, okay? That's like all. Me with Damian Priest at first.
Yeah, like
I didn't get Damian Priest until you finally got a gimmick that worked for him.
Yeah, that's all. I don't like the whole mogul. I'm a I'm
hate
a
this
I'm
move.
I'm a hip hop mogul. Like,
yeah, but that's not going anywhere.
Nonsensical.
That's not going anywhere anyway, because his stable now is just a bunch of guys from Prince Nana's peoples or whatever. It doesn't matter. I think this is the dumbest move, one of the dumbest moves in pro wrestling. You bump your knees. You bump your knees. The guy's head's visibly out of the way. It's too much show for me. I think it's the dumbest move in wrestling.
And
not even doing it on the stairs. Yeah, you're bumping on your knees. You're a dummy for doing that move. I guess that was the finish. I'm trying to remember what he hit. Didn't he hit him with something? Didn't he hit the finish?
I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember, but again, minimal effort on these pictures, minimal effort on our part. Can we skip through this? What's up?
I forgot to give you the star ratings as we're going through it.
Oh, well, go ahead with the star ratings because we're at Paul Gruber now.
Where we at? Where we at? Okay, real quick. MJF match 2 3/4.
Sure.
Eddie Kingston 3 3/4. Chris Stat 3 stars. The Bucks match 3 3/4.
I'm surprised they didn't get 4.5. Meat Rider.
Swerve Strickland 4 3/4.
Wow. So he based it all off crowd participation, clearly off his criteria, because the crowd was really into that match because he was at home. So there's a bias, man. I hate Dave Meltzer, bro.
Ricky Starks versus Yuta.
Yeah, Gruber.
3.5.
Gruber, bro. I didn't even watch that match. Yuta comes on my screen, I stop watching.
I just don't. I don't know at what point they're going to finally just give up on the Yuta experiment.
So they tried by making him bleed and trying to make him feel like he's worthy for the Blackpool Combat Club. Then when they turned heel, they tried to make him like Butch and be the nasty guy who wants to beat everybody up. Now he's just back to wrestling again, and I don't care.
Man,
I don't.
Do you remember that horrible promo he did where he tried to promo off
MJF?
Was it MJF? And he was like, "Your girl left you," and the crowd was just like, "Okay,
yeah,
love, yeah, was horrible."
Yeah, Ricky Starks did a better job. Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr., best match of the night in my opinion.
All right, and
these two went in.
Okay,
scar.
so
I can see a scar. Wow.
I'm gonna say this. These two went in.
Yes, they did.
During the show, during this match, commentary kept talking about Billy Robinson and Antonio Inoki.
Yeah, too far.
Okay.
Wow,
yes, it was
pictures
too far.
are over. Oh my God.
Dude,
these
did they beat each other up? Yes, 100%. They went stiff. They were doing it, but they didn't hokey working. I'm gonna let you kick me. All right, come on, you kick me now. And I'm gonna kick you. Like, I hate that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Inoki Robinson, you didn't get any sense that they were just working. You're like, they looked like two guys who were working out in the gym at first.
Yeah, they were fighting. This was an independent wrestling match. So this was.
I appreciated that. Yes, that they beat each other to death at some points. But
okay, I have a question for you.
What's up?
I have a question for you. This same match, exact same thing. What you saw, exactly what you saw. Not on AEW Wrestle Dream. PWG Mystery Vortex.
With that crowd, it would have been insane.
Okay. Do you feel? Now I asked you that for a reason.
Because it's devoid of context. That's what PWG is. Every match is devoid of context.
Okay.
This was out of nowhere.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you feel like you give this more of a hard time because it's mainstream television? Okay. All right. I'm with you on that then. I'm 100% with you on that. This is why I asked you that question, because I wanted to break down your why. And I felt like it's because we expect better if you're going to make us pay for a pay-per-view. I'm sure this pay-per-view was $50, $60.
Correct.
If you're going to give me pay-per-view matches, or maybe it's because we're programmed by the WWE to think that way, you should have given us a compelling story to get us to this point.
Look, at some point,
and you don't get that with this one.
There will be no more dream matches left.
Right? Yeah, because you had paid for them all.
You've already done them all.
Yeah. Unless he finds a new person like a Nick Wayne versus Bryan Danielson, Dream match. It'll be a dream match, whatever.
But this was a dream match, right? The same way the Bucks versus FTR, the same way the Bucks versus
the
the Briscoes were.
Oh, Briscoes, yeah.
Right?
You mean
You
FTR
get
and the
3
Briscoes.
big matches. That's it.
Right.
This isn't the 70s anymore, right? We're not going to get a year-long feud out of these stuff.
Well,
So
you
that's why
can,
these
you
dream
can.
matches just
Let's
don't make
not,
sense to me.
let's not act like we can't, Vern. Okay.
Oh no,
Let's
you
not-
can. You can, but
still.
but we're not talking about wrestling. We're talking about Tony Khan's fantasy show. Like this match and so many of the matches on the show, they all just felt like they went too long. Like some points, it was like, okay, this could be over now. No, we're just gonna keep going.
Well, I'll say this, Vern. I'll say this in comparison. Now that you've mentioned times, in comparison, a lot of the matches on the undercard were short.
Yep.
Swerve and Hangman got 20.
Way too long.
That's because Swerve is in Seattle and Tony likes to please his people. Let's remember that.
Sure,
okay.
Sure.
Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr. This match got 22. The 6-man, it's got Jericho in it. It's got Omega in it. It's 22.
I couldn't believe it only got 22. It felt like it was 40 minutes.
FTR Aussie Open got 20. I also believe you're correct on that. That match was too long. Kid wound up breaking his arm too. And Christian Cage and Darby Allin had 25. They went the longest, but granted, the last 4 matches were all over 20. That should never be the case.
God, that was another match. Tell me not. That match when they got the go talk about
Let's get there.
Let's get there. Oh God.
Let's get there. Hold on.
Oh, please. Oh.
Okay. I mean, this 6-man, you can be brief. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
That 6-man was I just thought it was stupid that the babyface would bring a weapon that was then used against him. What was the point of bringing it then?
Brother.
What's the point of bringing it?
Brother, I like Takeshita. That's all I'm going to say about this match.
Yeah,
I feel like Takeshita, whenever he's done with this excursion and he goes back to New Japan or wherever he was, DDT previously, but I'm sure he'll get a New Japan look on his way back. I hope he flourishes and becomes that guy because that's what usually happens.
I'm just, and Coda, what happened to who is this?
That's why I didn't say his name. See,
who is this guy?
This is why I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to mention Kota. You remember how much I loved Kota Ibushi?
What do you mean?
Junior heavyweight Kota Ibushi? That was my guy. I could not get enough of him.
I could even rock with New Japan heavyweight Kota, but God, what?
Yeah, the one that was working Naito at Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, that one. Sure. This Kota, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. You get under these lights, you get under these lenses of AEW. And I lose all luster for you. I don't know what it is, bro.
Oh, and Sammy?
Oh, Sammy Guevara, I've checked out on years ago. So
all right, this match, God.
FTR. So we're talking FTR. I like this match though. As much as I don't like Mark Davis, I like this Aussie Open match. They seemed more grounded in their offense because I think they were working FTR.
I feel like this match had its it was good for a point. And then it overstayed.
But then I was like, okay, too long. I get you.
Right there. There it is. There it is. Right there. There it is. Go back. That was the moment this match jumped the shark for me.
Yeah.
Right there.
With this
they hit that spot and they kept going.
Yep.
And they kept going.
I forgot how he breaks his arm. Going. The power and glory suplex deal, right?
Yeah.
Because he jumped because he hit the suplex and hair was already going because he was already perched. The dude, Mark Davis, never got a chance to set his body up to receive hair. And his arm was here. Impact all on his arm. And because we're taught, just like we talked about it with Bryan Danielson, we're taught to tense up, tighten them titty muscles, tense up, and catch homeboy. Really, literally open arms and catch him. Even come up a little bit. So the impact comes all together at once on your back. That's what we're taught. Not to have an arm trap while this dude is flying off the top rope, all 200 some odd pounds of him. So Mark Davis out again.
Yeah.
He just came back and he's out again. So this kid, Kyle Fletcher.
No, so this match
he's gonna get lost.
This match was fine, but like I said, after that spot where they did the pile driver on the apron, it was like, oh my God, this match won't end.
Yeah.
It just felt like, yes, like let's go, wrap it up. We know FTR is gonna win.
We didn't need 20 minutes. We didn't need 20, especially right before the main. Okay, look, I see 22 minutes, 22 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Brian Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr. Okay, go 22. Don Callis family, 12, 15 the most.
That match did not need 20 some odd minutes.
Dax and Cash against Aussie Open, 15 the most. Stay under 15 because Christian Cage and Darby Allin are about to kill each other. And I just cursed. Whoops.
Wow. Wow.
Big duck. I caught it though. A duck right at the 2 hour mark too. I love it. Duck 2 hours, but they're about to kill each other. Is what they did. I mean, we can go right to it, dude.
Oh God, what overkill!
The stairs.
Oh my!
Look at Christian here doing the flipping birds. They were. Come on, this match was good though.
The match was
good though.
The first fall was a goodie.
Right, the first fall was a goodie. Darby won the first fall. Yep. But you know, 2 out of 3 falls, traditional way. When we go to the third fall, the heel more than likely, if they don't win the first fall, has to do something dastardly, like evil, in order to get that fall.
Okay.
To put the person in peril, right?
Sure.
And this was it for this one. I mean, it took 3 attempts, but
okay, that's what I'm saying.
Is that the problem? The 3 attempts?
The fact that it was like the first one was like, oh,
yeah.
The second one's like,
well, the second one he dropped them. And then because I don't think he wanted to throw him from there.
The third one, you're just like, all right, already. Yeah. All right.
Stop. What was it? What's Simpson? Stop. He's already dead.
Yeah, but it was like all right, dude. Like,
yeah.
So this was where it jumped the shark for me.
For real?
Bro.
This is too much, you think?
They got the doctor, right? The doctor and everyone got out there.
Yeah.
They got him strapped to the gurney. Not let's put him on a gurney. We strapped him down to the gurney. Like, I was like, oh, so they're done? The match is over? I was like, what's happening right now?
Yeah, I felt like at this point, that's like the bell should have rang.
That's what I mean. Like, it was, it went way, this felt longer than the match itself.
Hold on now.
All this extra stuff.
Hold on. In its defense, Vern. And I'm sorry, we know a man almost died when we saw that. But this is probably the closest thing to it in 2023. Mick and Taker took a very long time once he got thrown off the cage. A very long time.
Because we were
we thought
legitimately
Mick
concerned
died.
someone died. Did anyone think Darby? Did you for any second think Darby died?
Well, no, after the 28 replays afterwards. I knew that was going to be a rebuttal, but I understand this is going to be that's the closest thing to it. Because if anything else other than that is going to look hokey, think of Chris Jericho and MJF when he pushed him off the cage, and we all saw it was all padded. At this point, think of Fastlane. We're going to get to that soon. It was
a stupid bump.
Think of Fastlane's bump with Seth Rollins and Shinsuke. When I bet it was I want to bump the floor, but instead, push me off to this platform that we didn't record well. This is probably the most dangerous spot we'll get nowadays. This and the Kevin Owens bump, the flat back. So that's why I'm like, I was okay with it.
Yeah,
and
remember
he improvised
Kevin did it that one
everything.
time. No, man,
Kevin did it twice. He took the bump twice with Roman.
Was it twice?
Yeah, he rammed him back into it twice. It was like, all right, 2 times is enough. You didn't have to do it that many times.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, I just think like we're getting to that point again, right? Of like, we're getting so near the line of like, now stairs aren't going to be.
You have to. This fit it though, Vern.
Darby Allin wants to die in the ring. Fine.
No, no, I'm not saying because of Darby either. I'm talking about as Christian as a character, that he's willing to go those lengths. You get what I'm saying?
That was it though. Like when Christian was going to drop him on the stairs the first time, his face didn't look like I'm going to drop him on the stairs. His face was like,
well, that was Jay.
This ain't gonna work.
That was Jay concerned for the person he's carrying. That wasn't the character Christian. Like,
but that's what I mean.
This guy.
Because even he knew when he had him up, he was like, yeah, this is stupid.
No, this is dangerous.
This is stupid.
Right. Of course.
But come on. That never, Franny, we're running through a match. All right, this is a spot we're watching on the apron to take me and give me a backdrop onto the exposed stairs. Jump off. Do you not think
At no
point
Darby...
when we walked through that, you were like, yo, Vern, You really think I'm able to drop you safely, put you on the stairs from that
So
angle?
you're saying, hold on. So you're saying Christian probably didn't question that? You don't think Darby came up to him with that idea and Christian didn't question that?
100%. And I think that Christian was probably like, I'll probably be able to talk him out of it. And Darby was like, okay,
no, I
want
to do this. This has got to be the big spot. So Christian was like, all right, well, if this is going to be the big spot, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be a big spot. It's going to take a while.
I don't know, man. I did not like it.
That's how I feel.
Not a fan.
But then Christian got to it, and he was just like, he was up there on the apron, and Christian was like, nah. His shoulder? Nah. Nah, I'm not throwing this dude. So he dropped him, picked him up, and then dropped him again. There's no way.
It was I just thought it got gratuitous with that one spot, because that one spot is that's real.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then the fact that, look, my issue with it was they get the gurney out, right? They get the gurney out, the doctors. Like, we went that far that we got the doctors, we got the medical team. They did everything but give him an IV.
Yep.
And all the while that's happening, right? There's a hush in the stadium. Christian's just ripping up the ring. It's like we didn't even sell it for 2 seconds. We didn't sell it for that 2 seconds.
What? No, it wasn't that fast. Stop, Vern. It was not that fast. Stop.
I didn't like it, man.
I understand you didn't like it, but
and the fact that Darby made a comeback.
That I did not like. That Darby ended up coming back.
Stairs. You got strapped to a gurney, for goodness sake.
I feel like this should have been the pinfall. That wasn't the pinfall. He didn't roll him back in and pin him, right? This was during the third fall.
Didn't he get a count out for the second fall?
Yeah, he got a count out victory for this, I believe.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I would have rolled him back in and pinned him. I would have threw him back in and pinned him.
Why not have rolled him back in and pinned him versus...
And then do the gurney, then do all this nonsense where he gets strapped up
I just feel like I feel like that was too far to have all this extra go on.
Yeah.
Because that's my issue. My issue with it was too far. You got the guy, you had the doctor strap him to the gurney, you had to put a neck brace on him, you had to put him in traction. All that to just
Nick Wayne turn.
Oh,
the Nick Wayne turn, and then here we go, Vern. You ready? You think you know him? On this day, I see clearly Adam Copeland's in AEW.
Just another face.
You ready? Mr. Copeland, look at him there, man. He was fired up that night. Listen, I'll say this. What did you think? I'm gonna ask you this first. What did you think about how they debuted him with the promo pack, the lights out, the promo package?
It was a botch. It was a botch. Where they had the logo on the floor, they had his logos on the floor. It gave it away before you saw the man.
It was subtle hints. It was quick cuts. It was like a Coco Melon video.
Was it? When you could see that, how subtle is what I wonder what channel we're watching. The ESPN logo flashes. How subtle is that? It's only one logo.
Yeah,
it was corny. It was corny because it wasn't a well-kept secret. Everybody knew about it before it happened, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But B, just because it's not a well-known secret, why would you spoil your own surprise seconds before you're going to make the debut?
So
Could you imagine Chainsaw Charlie and freaking Cactus Jack if they'd have played his theme song first, and then they'd have put the box and gone, "What's in the box? What's in the box?"
So
what the heck?
So Vern, I understand they wanted to make it special, but where have you ever seen lights go out and then it become a like movie trailer video?
AEW.
Because like the lights would go out for like a Bray Wyatt, and then it would be like this creepy, cryptic video you get where it creeps you out, and then his music plays. It sets the tone pretty much. I feel like that didn't set the tone. It was like we knew it was Edge. It was like, oh, it's Edge. Okay, it's Edge.
This is like watching AAA. where they just do a cool entrance for the sake of it's a cool entrance.
Yeah, I
It's
was
cinematic.
like, oh.
It's cinematic. It's like, whoa, it's cool. And that's
all
it.
they needed was the you think you know him. I know you can't do you think you know
And
me.
he'd have walked
Sure.
out. That's it. That'd have been fine.
That's it.
Why did you need
The
to have
people
the
went
car?
crazy. The car, it looked cool, but they should have saved that for something else.
Correct.
They didn't need to use it here. It was shot well. I like the quick cuts. That's why I said the quick cuts. It was shot well.
But it even if you didn't know it was him, you saw the symbol.
It would have been, you know what I would have used it for? Yesterday. Well, now 2 days ago. Title Tuesday.
Sure. His TV debut.
Yeah,
Fine.
TV debut. Show that quick thing. Use it as like a right before we go to commercial. Like we'll see Edge, and then just show that little quick video, and then at the end, a still graphic or Edge. We'll see Adam Copeland. Boom. That's what you use it for. I think that it would have made way more sense than
like
those
every
Tony
time,
Storm,
every
Tony
time
Storm
Title
videos we saw.
Tuesday, every time Title Tuesday commercial would play, they would play an Undertaker gong at the end of the commercial.
Yeah. Wait,
like that.
Title Tuesday. You mean
Title Tuesday? Yeah, for NXT show. The NXT
you
show.
called it NXT Title Tuesday. I didn't call it title. That's AW.
Oh, that's AW. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait, what are you talking about?
What was NXT didn't even have anything.
They just called it a special. It was just a special
NXT. The NXT. Every time you saw an NXT commercial, at the end of the commercial,
Bong.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you needed.
With the Edge, with the Edge was. You think you know him?
You think you know him? And what's funny is this part they perfected. What we're seeing on the screen for the audio listener, it's the pyro, it's the smoke machines shooting out. It was exactly the entrance you saw for years in the WWE. So I was like, okay, boom, this guy's gonna be exactly what we've seen. Perfect. I mean, you couldn't change it anyway. This is what you got. But it's like we didn't need all that extra stuff in the beginning. Just give me the you think you know him. Give me Edge. Just give me him. That's all I want. So then he came down. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, just all this after ring stuff took forever.
Yeah.
This felt as long like this. Oh my gosh, when they were setting
to kill
this
the
up
lights and all that.
When they were setting up the concerto thing, holy cow! It was like they were all moving in slow mo.
Tell me about it. There we go.
Oh my goodness, that's what killed me. Is that I was like, okay, but this was taking so long.
Way too long, bro.
I kept dozing off. Why? I'll admit, at this part, I was dozing off because I was getting so bored.
So, okay, I'll give you the honest truth, okay?
Shoot.
I was watching Wrestle Dream from the beginning. I was enjoying what I was watching. I was like, this show is for watching it. What I did, because I don't pay attention to
in the
AEW
chat,
Dynamite
y'all
anymore.
were all gushing about this pay-per-view. Y'all were
the other guys were, they were like, so I was saying, this actually isn't a bad pay-per-view for AEW. This isn't a bad pay-per-view. Stand alone. Don't try to figure it out with all the stories, because that's what I was trying to do with everything else, and it never made sense. But stand alone, just watching it as let's say you're watching it as an indie show. Damn good pay-per-view. I was at the Bryan Danielson Zack Sabre Jr. match, and I'm sitting here just like this, and I'm texting, and I said, "Bro, these guys are going." And I'm watching the match, and then I fall asleep, and I wake up, and it's 12:04, and I think I woke up maybe just a few minutes before that because I heard commotion, like screaming and yelling. It must have been when Edge just came out. And I looked at my phone when I woke up at 12:04. It said fight, and then it said the feed has finished, or whatever it says at the bottom. Or feed gone from venue, or whatever it says. I look at my phone. My wife texted me. She woke up. I guess our daughter woke up, and she had Wrestle Dream on, because I think I had it on up there. She just left the TV on, and she goes, "Babe," and sent a picture, and it was Edge. I was like, now I got to sit here and find the replay. I was so pissed trying to sit there and find the replay for all that nonsense.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's how I wound up consuming it. I had to wait till the next day because I fell asleep. It's too long, dude. 4 hours of professional wrestling.
No, it was like 5.5.
Well, I mean, like 4 actual hours of like physicality and wrestling and stuff like that.
Oh,
not all the other gaga. But
much.
yeah, it's 5. I started about 7 o'clock. It was 12 when it finished. Every pay-per-view doesn't need to be that way. When WrestleMania is that way, I'm okay with that. Give me Give me a 2.5 hour long pay-per-view sometimes. I'm okay with that. Give me a 3-hour pay-per-view. I'm cool with that. Or premium live event, whatever the hell you want to call it. 4 hours, 5 hours every single time. These guys are starting to run monthly. And they're doing 4 or 5 hour shows monthly now. It's too much. They'll realize it. If not, they're doomed. That's all I'm going to say. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up?
No.
I'll just say good luck to Adam Copeland. That's all.
That's it. Good luck, Adam Copeland.
Good luck, Adam. I hope it works, bro. I hope you get what you wanted. You wanted to go with Uncle Jay.
That's what his kid said.
Yeah,
during the scrum.
Go be with Uncle Jay.
Yeah, then my kid was like, "What are Uncle Jay?"
He said in a promo too.
Oh, did he? Because I was like, "Oh, what the heck?"
Yeah, he said in a promo.
I didn't know that.
So we'll be kind of quick on this one because Fastlane was only 5 matches.
Yeah.
I'll say them all and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, wait, my bad. Let me finish up the other star ratings.
Oh, Jesus, go ahead.
My fault. The Danielson match, 5.5 stars. That broke the scale. And like I said,
no, it didn't break the scale, sir. It's always that it goes up to 100.
Dave was like, this was the modern day Billy Rob. He was another one. This was the modern day Billy Robinson, Inoki, which again, I challenge you to watch that match. It's not the same thing. The DeCesta match, 4 3/4. FTR 4.5. Christian Cage 4.5.
So everything after that was 4 and up. Match of the year candidates. Wow.
Basically 5.
Wow. Okay,
Too long. It's too long of a show. I'm sorry.
Too long.
Way too long.
All right, sir. WWE Fastlane. We'll be fast on Fastlane. Why is it not showing? Here we go. We'll be fast on Fastlane. Another good show from the WWE. They show you how to do a 3-hour show with 5 matches. And now let me ask you a question. When you watch, you said that Wrestle Dream matches were long, too long. When you watched the Fastlane matches, were any of them too long for you? Because we had 2 of them that were over 20 minutes. One almost went half an hour, and 2 of them over 15 minutes. Did any of them feel long to you?
The only match that felt like it was going on, it was definitely like, all right, this was physics going on for a while, was the main. But okay. I guess I knew I was
30.
in. I
went 30.
Yeah, and I knew you were in for a long match. That match,
it's a last man standing.
This match is getting a little pitchy.
But notice how there's a stipulation behind why it's so long.
Correct,
I shouldn't.
I went
shouldn't
into
have to
knowing
watch a
it was going to be a longer
tag.
match.
Right. I shouldn't have to watch a 6-man tag go 22 minutes when there's going to be another 2 20-minute matches afterwards. You're exhausting your audience. Yeah. Yes, they thirst for it, but they thirst for it after the first 4 matches, and then after that, they're full, and now you're just shoving it down their throats like Thanksgiving dinner. That's what you're doing. You're just sitting there going, "Get in there, just get in there." Like, stop. I'm sorry for the audio listener. That's probably gonna hurt. I don't know if that hurt for you, but that's probably gonna hurt for whoever has to hear that. Okay, so Fastlane was 5 matches. We had Fastlane Indianapolis, Indiana at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, which I believe used to be formerly the Conseco Fieldhouse. This is where the Indiana Pacers play. They had an attendance of 14,529. Good house. Remember, that used to be the houses for WrestleManias. Good solid 14,000 at an NBA stadium. If you think about it now, they're doing 80,000, 70,000, 60,000.
What was the official attendance?
Oh boy, 14,529. What were they set up for? You're going to be that guy now from now on.
Oh no, I was just checking. Sold out.
Sold out. It was for 14,529. They sold every ticket.
Sold out.
Wow. Yeah. Indianapolis loves their wrestling. Even though I will say this before I get started, Indianapolis was kind of quiet.
It had their moments. They had their moments where they would come up. They had their moments where they were. I feel like they were on the ride with them.
So I'll say this: it's not Lucas Oil Stadium, but a field house. I think they call them field houses for a reason because they're built structurally different. I think that's got a higher ceiling, so maybe the sound traveled upwards more, kind of like a dome stadium, or an open air stadium. Maybe that's what it is. But they sounded quiet as hell out there. I don't know what it was. So let me run through this card real quick, and then we'll do an overall so we can get on to the Tuesday Night Wars. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeated the Judgment Day for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship in 20 minutes and 40 seconds. Carlito and the Latino World Order defeated Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits in a 6-man tag team match in 10 minutes. Io Sky defeated Asuka and Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship match in 17 minutes. WWE Women's Championship in 17 minutes and 20 seconds. John Cena and LA Knight defeated the Bloodline of Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa with Paul Heyman in a tag team match in 17 minutes and 20 seconds. And Seth Franklin Rollins defended his World Heavyweight Championship in a last man standing match in 28 minutes and 25 seconds against Shinsuke Nakamura. Vern, your overall thoughts while I get these photos going?
Fun show.
You don't have to wait for the photos. You can just talk overall.
No. Fun show. I really enjoyed the opening match. I thought they were doing their thing out there.
I was shocked. I was genuinely
me
shocked.
too. I was like the only thing I would say is I did not expect that finish.
Yeah, I was actually shocked. So hopefully I can get the other. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick some and find. I'm not gonna.
I did not expect them to win the tag belts.
Yeah, I was shocked to see Cody and Jay win. Because of the momentum Judgment Day has, the put together of a team. Triple H doesn't really do that lately. He's had teams as champions. You know what I mean? Guys who are a team. You know what I mean? Not just two guys who put together out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere because Cody helped bring them back and all that. But
yeah, it definitely makes me curious to where they're going.
Right. And it's funny because at the media scrum, even though Cody said they might have had a libation or two, which I think was the highlight of the entire night.
Yeet. Yo, tell him, Cody. You know what I'm saying? What was the question? What was the question?
Cody snickering like a little kid.
Yo, my best was just Cody laughing, holding the bridge of his nose.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you guys ask Jay what he thinks?
Yeah, me and Jay might have had a libation in the bus. I was like, y'all drunk. Because the Usos can drink. They've gotten in trouble. They got in trouble for that. So, yeah, they can go.
This is a quick match.
So, let me ask you this. What did you think of the look of the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley together?
I dig it. Bobby
this
looks
guy,
like
I think he's got to drop the singlet. Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah, he should be more confident in the way he looks, man.
Correct. Go talk about Bobby. Go ahead.
Bobby looks like he's chiseled from granite.
Yep. Is this the stable? Do you think this is the three? Do you need it? Do you think they need more?
I feel like we could do for one more person.
Okay, male or female?
One more. I would dare say female.
I think I was gonna say. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You'd like to see? No.
I was gonna say I would like to see. I'd love to see Bianca join a stable. Ooh. Give her a fresh coat of paint.
You know what? Ooh.
Because she would fit this aesthetic to a T.
I like that. Yes, because you know what? Messing around, she probably made all this gear. That's her style. Now that I think about it, she probably made all this gear. Because she makes Montez's. I'm sure she makes Dawkins at this point. So why not Bobby's as well to match it all together? You know. But I think they look great. I think Bianca would be good. I was thinking they add another person. I just don't know who. Like another male wrestler. I just don't know who. And I'm starting to notice WWE's really big on trios as stables.
Yeah, they group people together for some reason. I feel like that's been the thing in wrestling in the last 2 years is people just get grouped together for some reason.
Yeah,
you need to identify them as some sort of pairing or some kind of connection.
So I think Bloodline is probably one of the biggest, like as far as number of members in a while, as far as a stable. Like remember Miz had his little Miz Taraj B team, whatever. That was 3. We're trying to think who else had heaters. Hurt Business was 4, and then MVP,
Bailey and the
Bailey and Damage Control.
But then Damage Control has really flourished into something totally different now.
Yeah, well, because Dakota Kai's hurt, and Io Sky's gotten super over. So
Puerto Rico did
wonders
undeniable for her.
Yes.
Puerto Rico did wonders for her.
Yes, it's crazy how one show can change it up for you, dude. It's
all
really
they offer you is opportunity,
right? That's how it always is, brother. So yeah, I think they look great. I like the idea of Bianca. I'm gonna put a note in that. I'm gonna put a pin on that, sir.
Sure.
Because that's a good take. Bianca. What do you calling them?
Oh, I don't know. To join.
Do you run with Hurt Business? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
You'd have to nuance something different.
Yeah. Bianca to join Lashley and the Profits. I think it would be fire. I think though, you heel out Bianca, you miss out on merch though.
So I don't think it'll happen. If I'm being honest, I don't think it'll happen just because that's their John Cena right now.
She's the Lady Cena, man. Yeah, she's the Lady Cena for sure. I mean, if you're on Wall Street with Vince and them, you are on another level. You're on another level. So it's like, it's hard to see It's hard to see her turn heel anytime soon.
Agreed.
She's gonna have to cool all the way off. But yeah. So let me move on to the next one. Actually, no, this is all their pictures of LW. Carlito. Let's talk Carlito.
Shoo!
Yeah. What'd you think of the song?
I guess they played it because they have to. It's how you identify him.
That wasn't his song.
Oh, I don't know this. I don't know. So I missed Carlito.
Come on, Carlito.
I missed Carlito. Was part of that he's in my Laps fan.
He's Ruthless Aggression era. Okay. I saw him live. First time I saw Carlito, I went to a SmackDown in upstate New York. It was snowing outside, and I think he just won the U.S. title, or he just lost it again or something. And Teddy Long was making him do work around the arena, so he had to go outside and shovel. And he cut a promo outside and he fell in the snow. We can probably find it, but yeah, that's the SmackDown I went to.
Nah, bro,
that's how I got introduced to Carlito.
Legit, never heard of him. I don't know the music. What was not his music?
No, it wasn't his music. It was awful. Whatever it is, it sounds like it's new. It's awful. That's why I asked you, because it was awful. Shout out to Zelina hitting this spot. With Montez, the double knees, the meteor. There goes Carlito.
Bro, but Carlito was looking jacked though.
Look at the pop. Cow. Well, remember how jacked he looked in Puerto Rico?
Bro,
he's looking like Carlos. That's why. Hold on, let me find his pops real quick. That's all it is, bro.
Carlos, that big wide chest, big old barrel chest.
Yeah. Hold on. The fro and all, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a good photo of him. Granted, he's way more jacked than his pops is, but the Andre the Giant singlet. Here goes.
Butcher singlet.
That's a small photo of him, but there it is. There goes the man. This is a better photo of him.
I mean,
there
Carlitos.
Goes. Word, Mr. Colon.
Carlos Colon and Carlitos.
All right, let's go back to this one. Yeah, so Carlito comes back. House of Fire. That dude was ready. I love how they went home immediately.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy how that works? How in the other promotion we're talking about they're doing too much, they went too long. These guys,
because the other promotion, he would have come out and worked the match, got a comeback. Well, again, he got chopped down, get a second set of heat. He makes a second comeback. Then we go into a set of falsies. Then we go to the finish.
See, with the E, it's about the moment. Let's make the moment. The moment was Carlito coming out and being the hero, making the save. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters, bro. Nothing else matters. All that other hibbity hoopla and all that other nonsense you're doing, it ain't even worth it. So just keep it simple. I feel like that's pretty much it. That's all we need to do there is just keep it simple. All right. Well, you love the Pizza Hut spot with the big box? I'm not gonna lie. I got some Pizza Hut upstairs. I'm about to get some of them when the show's over. Little post show snack. All right. So, if I think I keep going, they'll show more. But go ahead. Anything else about the show? I don't want you to rely on my picture.
No, you know what? I really enjoyed the John Cena LA Knight match.
Yeah, triple threat match with the women.
I thought the ladies were putting hard work.
Yeah, I like that she started with the mist. That she bumped EO out and missed.
Creative way of getting
it. It's always oh my god out of nowhere. Yep. This one was oh my god out of nowhere in a way where it's like, oh, she's doing it now. Usually it's like, oh, end of the match, you'd see that. It was like, oh, right now, fantastic.
And kind of like seeing like a miss though, but look at that miss spray.
Yeah, absolutely. And it wasn't because normally, like we'll talk about it later because we've seen another miss in the show. It's thick, like the coloring, and all that. This one wasn't really thick coloring, but it just sprayed everywhere. Kind of like when she hit it with Bianca, the black one, where Bianca, when she rubbed it in Bianca's eyes. It was done very well. So it wasn't like Charlotte had to work with that stuff on her face for the next 15 minutes, you know?
Correct.
So let's see. Yeah, no, this I really enjoyed this match. These girls went in. Io, I didn't think Io would be where she's at right now, but like you said, Puerto Rico really helped her out. I mean, look who she's in there with. She's in there with Asuka and the Queen, brother.
Yes, sir.
The Queen. Has Charlotte gotten to a point where she's no longer, it doesn't matter if she's heel or babyface, she's just Charlotte?
No, because they still push her like a babyface. So they still push her like a heel.
Okay.
I don't think she needs it, but I think that's
yeah.
Because like sometimes she does like the rah babyface promos, which are weird.
Well, yeah, I mean, she also when she worked with oh man, who was it? When she worked with Asuka in a tag match. She worked with Asuka in a tag match. She was the rah babyface.
Yeah.
But I feel like in this match she kind of was heelish in ways.
Like she works
this high angle Boston crab was so good too.
She works better when she can just be herself and like be condescending in her promos.
She's a heel. She's her dad, bro. She is her dad. She's a heel. Nobody wanted to see babyface Ric Flair, bro, until the end when it was time for him to retire. Right? For WrestleMania, I'm sorry, I love you. That's when people love babyface Ric Flair. Heel Ric Flair is what you loved. You love the boo Rick. You love the boo Charlotte. I mean, I don't boo Charlotte. She's my queen. I don't boo the queen. But you know what I mean. But yeah, no, you were talking.
That spot was crazy at the end though. The moonsault into the figure eight.
Can I go back? Oh yeah, that finished the match. Yeah,
yeah.
And Charlotte, like a true professional, took it well. Took the impact right when it was time for Io to come crashing down because she was figure eight, and then she laid right out. I was like, oh, good job, sweetheart. Because I've seen a lot lately where people aren't flattening out when people are stepping on their backs and their spines are bowing as they're getting stepped on. I'm like, y'all are not understanding. This is a work. Like, there's things you need to do to protect yourself. All right, so yeah, we had Pat McAfee with the Colts belt. Yep. Cena, LA Knight. Let's just talk about LA Knight and just leave everything else, bro. LA Knight, the biggest rub of his career so far.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
All I'm saying is I hope that dude has everything in his affairs sorted out in terms of like, if you got any skeletons in your closet, I hope they're taken care of because you're on that rise right now. You're on, you got the strap attached to you.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. Don't do nothing dumb. Don't go out partying late at night. Don't get caught driving with anything dirty. Don't get caught driving dirty. Bro, the world's your oyster.
But I look at it like all his history of all the stuff that he's done before has been out. Like all the TVs and commercials and movies he's done. So like, I feel like if there was something, it would have been out already. Because, I mean, people are bored on the internet nowadays. They just go digging for anything. You know, they'll find out that you once picked your booger in 6th grade and ate it. And they'll find out that happened somehow. You know, they'll have sources somewhere. But like I said, big rub for LA Knight.
Can we also say how shocking Jimmy now being this, like, Jimmy now being the leader, the de facto, making himself the de facto leader of the bloodline and now like running the bloodline. Yeah. And like, at first I was like, this isn't going to work. And then now that he's just been like,
Jimmy's doing all right.
Crazy. Yeah. You're just like, yo, bro, when Roman comes back, Jimmy's going to have a lot to say.
So I'm same as you. I was like, I don't know about this, Jimmy. And then I'm starting to see it little by little. Like, all right, Jimmy's holding his own. Because at first I was like, yo, Jimmy's going to be, I was like, Jimmy's going to be Marty. Jimmy's going to be Marty. But now I'm watching, I'm like, no, he's not. Jimmy's catching strides, bro.
I was talking to Prof about this. They're the first successful tag team to separate and both go on to be individual stars.
Yeah, I mean, Jay's got it. Jay's got it with the hands right now. That press conference is going to humanize him even more because the bloodline story made you sympathize with Jay because everybody just kept being deceitful to Jay, even his own family, to the point where he just said, I'm done. I quit. So you felt why Jay did what he did.
Yeah.
Now you just saw him at the press conference, and he was I forgot his shoot name, John or whatever his shoot name is. He was himself, a little tipsy after a nice celebration, and you got to see the fun side of him. And now it's been on WWE TV. He can let that out now. He can let that side of him out. So it's only more for him. Jimmy, I think Jimmy, with as long as he stays on the right story and continues to be the heel that he is, Jimmy's going to be just as fine, for sure. But like I said, this match right here was for this guy right here on the left. This was the big rub for LA Knight. Biggest baby face, pretty much the Hogan for
John
the last 20
Cena
years.
gave him the hot tag.
Right. The hot tag went to Cena. I mean, to Knight.
LA Knight.
Cena took the heat for Knight to get the hot, bro. And I don't think people notice that. Only people like you and I who really analyze professional wrestling that get the business to know that a guy like Cena, who doesn't need to take the heat at all anymore, at this stage in his career, could just be the guy to come in, do the hot tag, a couple shoulder blocks, 5-knuckle shuffle, FU, or what is it called? Attitude adjustment now, and take it home. He could do all that and call it a day and just phone it in if he wanted to. But he's out there working, bumping, selling for these new heels, right, that have established their story for a year, and this brand new babyface to come in like a house of fire. And boy, did he came out firing. LA Knight was going as soon as he got that hot tag. So
yeah, man.
Shout out to Cena. Shout out to LA Knight. He got the Rizub. I'm happy for him. And then main event. I'm just gonna go right to the finish, Vern. Everything else I liked about this match was good. I thought
they
the finish was
beat
flat.
on each other. They
beat the piss out of each other. But I think for all the stuff that they did, flat finish, which is doing a Falcon Arrow through a table.
Yes. I didn't like the move. I mean, I guess they
Mm-hmm.
were going for like a movie-esque finish, but it was like, no, dude.
With the standing 10.
You guys did so much to each other. How could you just end with like, one guy, Shinsuke falls at the very end.
Falls
and Seth pulls himself. I was like, no.
Yeah. Somebody called for that finish. You can tell. This bump right here is what I was talking about.
This bump sucked.
And can I be honest with you? I really think Seth was like, I want to bump the floor. But they're like, you're our world heavyweight champion. And I know you want to sell your back because you know you're bad back, but no. No, you can land on this platform. But it was Jericho.
Yeah.
It was too obvious. I said, oh, well, there's a platform that's never there. It's the first thing I said. There's a platform that's never there. I wonder who's bumping off that. And I thought they were going to go up here over the
I did too.
Which has this, because this has the sound system stuff there, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a tall stunt. Is what I
thought it was going to be like somebody's getting tossed over or something. I'll take that bump. Not this. This was hokey. Forget it. Just forget this bump or do a superplex or something. Maybe more impact that way. This pushing him off, that was not it. That was not it at all. But like I said, besides that, the rest of the match was fine. Like you said, they beat.
I thought it was creative. I thought Shinsuke was creative as all get up with the type of ways he was damaging his back.
Yep.
I really enjoyed. Like, storytelling wise, I thought it was a great match.
Sure.
I like you with the finish. I was like, it's a little pitchy.
Yeah, I mean, it could, because it could have been better. That's why. They could have done a better finish than what they did. And this is why I said they could have just. That's why I said to scrap. I was talking to my brother. We were watching it together because I said, why'd you do the platform spot? If I can go back to it, why do this platform spot, right? If he then takes this spot here, which got a huge pop, and these tables are now becoming I am the table. I don't know if you're noticing.
Yeah.
It's starting to become Japanese. They're built in Japan because they're not breaking so easily anymore. Because he took that bump, boom, and he stayed there. This bump meant way more than that other bump, and they were back to back.
Correct.
They had to go out all the way over there. They worked their way over there, then worked all the way back here and did the mist, and he shoved them off. This was the high spot. Do this spot. They would have saved you guys at least 3 or 4 minutes. And then he put it through. Yeah, this was
what a visual.
Yeah, this here with the kick through the table as well. Working on the out. They did very well. I just, again, and he hit everything, right? Pedigree, curb stomp, Falcon Arrow. Like, I get it, but no, man, he should have done more.
Yeah.
He should have done more.
No arguments from me.
Because we've seen last standing matches. You know which one I think of? And we'll finally get to the war. Hopefully we do the war in 20 minutes.
Yes.
I think of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano's last man standing match. When Ciampa threw all the chairs on top of him. And I was screaming. I'm like, this has got to be the finish. There's no way. And Gargano was like, at the last second, fighting through just to get out of the chairs. That to me felt like a last man standing because these guys are doing whatever it takes to keep this dude down for 10 seconds. He just hit a wrestling move. You hit a wrestling move. You hit 3 wrestling moves in a row, 3 of your finishes. Sure. Whatever. I get that.
Off the stage,
right. More impact. But I feel like you could have done a lot more than that. Way more. But I don't know. You tell me, Vern, you know?
No.
All right. You ready to talk about it?
Let's do it, man.
Tuesday Night War, AEW, Title Tuesday, NXT special episode with everybody and their mama. Cody Rhodes.
What a show.
Asuka. John Cena. Undertaker. Who am I missing?
Paul Heyman. LA Knight.
Yeah. Against AEW. Ooh, wow. You heard that? As soon as I said AEW, I got a frog in my throat. AEW Title Tuesday. Tony Khan's birthday. Come on, Vern. Orange Cassidy versus Ray Phoenix for the international title.
That wasn't first on the card, though.
It wasn't. I'm not doing this in order. I'm just trying to remember.
Danielson versus
Swerve. Battle of Seattle.
Jericho versus
Jericho Hobbs.
Saraya versus Hikaru.
Hikaru Shida. You always butcher her name. Bang Bang Gangs. Jay White versus Adam Page. MJF talks. Christian Cage. Edge and Luchasaurus. I'm sorry. Adam Copeland and Luchasaurus. Eddie Kingston and Minoru Suzuki on the buy-in.
That was that.
Dude, let's talk about it. Let's go to Title Tuesday first, brother, because I know we'll run right through this. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like about Title Tuesday, sir.
Okay.
Because we just watched it all.
Yeah. Danielson and Swerve. That was fun.
Yeah.
But
so you like this more than you liked him and Paige?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
I think because I think Danielson's a more compelling character than Paige.
Yeah.
Plus, I thought Danielson worked really well. It was interesting. I thought they worked really well together.
Danielson's a better worker than Paige as well. Danielson will make you believe a lot better.
But I don't understand why they fought each other.
Because see, this is the problem. Here's the problem, Vern.
You're being billed as the first time ever.
Vern, you're trying to understand. You see what you said? I'm trying to understand. That's the problem. Why are you trying to understand? This is why you don't like AEW, because you're trying to understand. There's no need to understand. It's just matches. Then there's a little bit of story in between.
Yeah, like this one. This one had some story, but I thought Big Willie Hobbs was like a savage just destroying Jericho.
I'm sorry. I'm telling you, Hobbs needs to do legs, bro. Hobbs is too big up top for me, bro. Hey, can I tell you something?
Shoot.
Hobbs debuted under the Callis family last week. He came out in a black tank top, some jeans, some black gloves, and some boots. I think they were the Butters, the 6-inch constructions. I'm like, bro, why doesn't Hobbs work like that? And you know the name I gave him, bro? You know the name I gave him since I'm big on alliterations, like my man, like the Vince L.I.M.?
What?
You know what game I gave him? Hitman Hobbs. And I liked it. And I liked it a lot. And I wish I could find how he looked, bro. Because I saw him and I said, damn, he actually looked good in that getup. You want to know why? And I'm going to sound messed up. His legs were covered. His legs were covered. He was in jeans. And his legs were covered. I'm trying to find it because I know you don't watch episodically. So,
nope.
Dude, I found it. Dude, I'm telling you. Okay, you see Hobbs in this picture. All right. You tell me which Hobbs looks better. This Hobbs right here or this Hobbs right here?
No, that Hobbs right there.
Hitman Hobbs, brother. And he works just like that. The jeans. Oh, I guess he took the tank. I could have sworn he had a tank top on. But the jeans and the gloves. Looks like a better look.
But that's Big Bill's look, though. He couldn't do it, unfortunately. He can't take Big Bill's
Put
look,
him
brother.
and Big Bill together. Get rid of Ricky Starks. Why is Ricky Starks back with a big man in a tag team again? Because his singles run wasn't good enough? Put Big Bill and this dude together. Why not? I don't know. I'm just saying. I think he looks better this way than he does in sitting there in trunks. That's just how I look at it. I don't know. But go ahead. Keep going. I'm going to let you just critique Title Tuesday, and I'm going to continue. Oh, this match. Go ahead.
So Jericho, I thought Jericho Hobbs, they worked hard. And I thought it was physical.
Okay, my fault. Yeah.
No. That was it. Just to say it was a real physical match, and I was happy to see Hobbs pick up a win. The finish was flat, though.
Flat.
The finish just felt weird, like it was out of nowhere, and it was just like, what the hell was this about?
I don't think that's how you apply KT tape to a shoulder, by the way.
Yeah.
That's too much tape.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go like around the shoulder. I used to wear the KT tape for a while, but I think you're supposed to go around the bone.
This match had a story in it. Fine. But
it had a what in it?
Story. It had a story.
Yeah, because of the whole Callis family deal. Yep. You are correct.
But I just feel like the Callis family thing is being forced down our throats within 2 weeks. They're trying to force the stable to grow.
Well, this stable has been made within less than 3, I believe. It was him trying to court Jericho. Jericho said yes, but then he thought he was going to say no. So then that made Takeshita come out or something, but he was already with him. Then it made Ospreay show up as well.
Yeah, the Ospreay connection made no sense.
Yep. And now he has Hobbs. And does he have someone else? Sammy Guevara also turned on Jericho. I think it's all to make Jericho get sympathy so he can then be the guy at the end.
Build Dungeon of Doom so Hogan can take him down.
Yep. Cassidy Fenix. I want to say something real quick. Stupid. Why in the world now you build this dude the hell up? You build this dude the hell up to drop to Moxley. Why drop to Moxley? Why does Moxley need that belt? Moxley can't perform. Moxley drops it to another guy for just this guy to lose it like a week or two later.
Because remember, Moxley shoot gave the belt to this dude because he couldn't wrestle.
Right. I understand that. But why?
So whatever stories, because in Tony's mind, Moxley wasn't going to lose the belt anytime soon.
So let's just put it back on Cassidy now.
When in doubt, go back to his favorite wrestler.
You got anything else to say? Or can we go to Wardlow?
You can keep going.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Explain the MJF on the wrist to me. Do you see it?
I do now. I don't
it's
know,
on his left
bro.
wrist tape for the non-visual viewers.
For the non-visual, yeah. We just had a picture up of
and on
Wardlow,
his left wrist tape
who
for some reason.
Looks like $1 million. I hope Wardlow goes the Jade route and gets the hell out of here as soon as his contract's up.
Because he's due for a name change, and he's due
he's for sure going to NXT. Because again, he's another guy who ain't learned nothing.
But could you imagine this dude giving a chance, letting him be goofy with some promos, letting him you know what I'm saying? Not be goofy. Actually, I don't say be goofy, but letting him show some personality.
Let him show his butt.
Show some range. Show that he can do more than just be silent, a silent tough guy.
So now the gimmick he's doing, he's power bombing dudes. He's coming in, power bombing dudes in seconds, getting the win, and walking out through the crowd. He's got the MJF on his wrist. I have no idea what that's for.
But you know what, though? Like I was telling you before, Bill Goldberg, after the streak was over, didn't come out and still jackknife dudes and just start jackknifing dudes. Like it just
this feels like another reset. This feels like another reset.
But it's like the worst version of it.
So let's talk about it real quick. Wardlow, MJF's heater. Biggest story with him, squashes MJF. Rocket ship now.
And then
they flounder it with the TNT titles.
Nope, he had that stupid match with the security guards. He's been dead in the water ever since.
Security match with
with Mark Sterling. Remember, he started beating Mark Sterling.
That
was the worst thing that ever could happen. Mark Sterling killed Wardlow's career.
Yep. And ever since then, he cut the hair. The dude can talk. I've heard him have conversations on Busted Open. It's not like he's a big dumb jock and can't speak. The man can articulate words. So there should be no issue there. It's just, I don't know what the hell Tony Khan's doing with this guy, but that's all I got for him. Anything else?
Moving on.
No. Jay White. I love this. I love the entourage, man. I love the heaters, the Guns and Juice Robinson. These guys are coming out in trikes. Like, what are we doing here, bro? These guys came out in trikes, and I remember you said it earlier. You can't believe that Card White or whatever they call them, Card Blade, whatever the hell. Card Blade is getting over. Cardboard Switchblade. I'm not gonna hold you, Vern. I don't like neither one of these guys. So
pass.
And when these guys were talking
Jay
about
White, Jay White is not a star.
Jay White and Adam Page.
Jay White
is not the signing.
Jay White is a star. He's not a star.
Yeah, Jay White is not the signing that they said they would be.
Nope.
They made it seem like when they signed Jay White, it's like when they signed Edge.
Remember when they signed Jay White? The Fed missed out on Jay White. Nope. The
right.
Fed passed up on boring.
Yeah, no, he's not a fit.
Guys,
MJF came out, cut his promo. Good job on the promo. Juice Robinson did the quarters gimmick. Notice that picture's not there. So that's the next step in that chapter where he's going to do his quarters gimmick. And what's
corny about the quarters thing is the fact that MJF was in on it, and MJF told him that he wants to use it as an example as he's going to go speak at a...
Right, because he said it on Twitter, and now everybody knows instead of just keeping it kayfabe.
Again, for the guy who's all about keeping character, weird.
Yeah, he always got to come on and defend.
Very weird. Anytime he gets backlash from something he does, he's quick to just all of a sudden have to defend it.
What was I going to say? I forgot.
Jay White needs to never cut a promo again. Correct.
Jay White's not a good promo. Yeah, Sheeta Page. I mean, Saraya.
Next.
Can you see her posture here?
This
is a step up in Saguri. Look at her leg. Look at her posture. That's funny. There goes my girl. I love that the shoe is literally just some slippers, bro. I never realized that. The shoe is just some slippers. Tony Storm. What do you think about Tony Storm's performance tonight, Vern?
The silent film thing felt super flat.
Yep.
Super flat. It was a joke that was just like, okay.
Okay. This joke's
an old reference. Go back to an old reference. It's a SpongeBob. Like I split my pants.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. It was funny. I get it. I understand why you're still doing it, and I get why you're trying to expand it, but the silent film thing was not it for me. It was like, it was like, okay, this joke feels bad right now because it feels like you made it unfunny by trying too hard to make it funny.
Okay, but what about here now? When she came out and then beat Soho with a shoe.
I wish she would do that more often.
Yeah,
I wish
more of this.
More of that.
Yep. Give me more of this, Tony.
Just give me a couple of more chins up, tits out. Give me more of like screeching, hollering. Give me more of that. Give me less silent film trying to be artistic and trying to be deep when it's really not it.
the robbery. Remember this crime we saw earlier? How fast Saraya sprayed Hikaru Shida with the spray paint
and got rid of it,
and then got rid of the evidence in front of the ref. Yeah, but she still kicked out. And then confetti for Hikaru Shida. What is this, 3-time now? AEW Women's Champion?
I think so.
Yeah. Then we had our main event. We had Luchasaurus versus Adam Copeland. And I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to lie, Vern. We skipped through this match. I'm not going to watch the Luchasaurus match. I can't. As much as I love Edge, I love you, brother, but you worked Luchasaurus. We saw the finish, I believe. Yeah, you got him with a spear. And then we had the brawl at the end. This is the pre-show. But then we had the brawl at the end, which ended with this. This is how we ended the show. This, for the audio listener, is Bryan Danielson putting Christian Cage in the label lock,
and
a precursor for Collision.
The most important part of this is Christian is tapping out.
Yep, Christian is tapping out because we got to set up for Collision that I won't watch. Okay, so that's that for Title Tuesday, the NXT special, my boy.
Wait, I think the one thing we didn't do though is we didn't set up why is it the Tuesday Night War. We got to give just a moment of context to this, no?
Of why it's the Tuesday. Well, why is AEW on Tuesday night?
Because there's a playoff game, baseball playoff game on Wednesday, MLB commitment.
Oh, okay. So they had to change their day anyway. Okay. Yep. And NXT is always on Tuesday. That's their staple. So AEW came and invaded their
and
time
when they
slot.
announced it, AEW came through talking spicy.
Oh yeah,
and
this
Tony
was like a college
Khan
football rivalry game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the fans and everybody made it a bigger deal.
Yeah, they got in on it, sure.
But then Tony Khan got in on it.
Yeah. He stepped over the line.
It was embarrassing. I had serious secondhand cringe.
The
Embarrassment
CEO
for Tony.
The CEO of the company. Of his own company.
It's like, it's so weird how it's like, I think it's funny when you do it, right? But if you were like being the president of your company, I'd be like, hey, Frank, maybe you don't want to do that, bud, because you're probably going to get fired or something, right? Like these aren't it's not the consequences you're really desiring here.
But just like we talked about off air, he was at the building doing that. He was at the stadium, in the arena. The show was set up. He was doing that during the day on Tuesday, Vern.
He's tweeting out.
He's tweeting.
And just to give examples, y'all, he was talking spicy, telling fans. Oh, today he got into an argument with a rando online who posted an AI picture of Shawn Michaels winning Booker of the Year.
Yeah.
And he responded, was like, well, after
last night,
this Dynamite show we just talked about, there's no way. So basically, Tony was talking spicy that they were gonna destroy AEW in the ratings. Right. Excuse me, they were gonna destroy NXT in the ratings because it's a better product. To which NXT responded, "We're gonna kill a fly with a shotgun."
With an RPG. Okay, so let's talk about it, Vern. Let's talk about
that's just to give
the
some
amazing
context.
night.
And the fact that Tony kept talking spicy throughout the show. And honestly, it's never been a more deserved butt whooping ever.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk ratings and all that at the end, because that was the whole point of this. We're gonna do ratings at the end. So Vern, let's talk about this amazing night, man. They kicked off the show with the guy who they snatched from AEW.
Frank, say what you said about it. AEW. So that both shows went commercial free.
The first half hour.
NXT went no. AEW went longer. AEW went like 48 minutes because Tony Khan bragged about it on his Twitter account.
Really? That they went longer?
It's been 45 minutes, so we haven't had a single commercial. Tell your friends if they don't know to please watch AEW. He kept begging people to watch the show during the show.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, who do you think had a better first half hour?
Well, AEW started at 7:30. You talking head to head?
Yes. So no, who had a better commercial-free half hour? Because no, both of the AEW started at 7:30, but that was only YouTube.
On national that was on television, TV, I thought.
No, it was on YouTube.
Oh.
0 Hour was on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So 8 to 8:45, AEW was commercial free. NXT from 8 to 8:30 was commercial free.
Who had the higher?
Till it got to the Gallus match. Right at the beginning of the Gallus match, that's when they cut the commercial.
They cut the commercial. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't watch with commercials. I didn't watch this live.
What do you think? Because I guess I just want to have the conversation of, you said it before. You noticed the biggest difference between the two beginnings was what?
Oh yeah, the two beginnings. The biggest was WWE started off with story. They gave you announcements and they set up the show. They set up a big match for later on in the night. They got you geared up for the show. AEW just gave you a wrestling match to start off the show. Not just one, 3. Give you 3 wrestling matches back to back to back with no promos. So
4 if you count Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, if you count the 7:30, 4. So it's like, okay, you're giving us a bunch of wrestling, but you're not telling us a story. TV is where you weave in your storylines. Yeah. You don't just give us wrestling. And this is what WWE was doing. They had Cody out there. Great shot. I love this. They filled that building.
Oh, they filled that building.
I mean, look at the left side here. They're seating here. Normally it's blocked off because they got the cameras there, but they filled this bad boy up that night. And I loved it. It looked crazy in there. The crowd, another big difference I noticed between the two. This NXT crowd poo-pooed all over the AEW crowd. The one guy, my guy right here, who started off the yeah chant, I don't know what he was saying, but he kept saying something, and the crowd was going, yeah, some, yeah, some, yeah, to the point LA Knight's he's pointing to it every time they were saying yeah. Like, you couldn't deny it. The crowd for NXT, like they didn't steal the show, but they knew that they were a big difference maker because
Yeah,
they were so
part of
lively.
it. They were willing to be participatory. Yeah,
they were so into it, and they made that show for sure. AEW's crowd was AEW's crowd. It was what it was. But no, go ahead. Yeah, that's what you were saying. That's the first thing I noticed, that they just gave you all wrestling in that first 45 minutes that they were commercial free, which is crazy. You got to give people variety. That's what wrestling is. It's a variety show. What are you doing? Like, why are you giving them the same thing over and over and over? That'd be like Saturday Night Live doing the same sketch back to back to back to back. It wouldn't work that way. So yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, no. Man, exciting stuff. This was kind of interesting because you can see Ilya's still not comfortable on the microphone, or maybe his English isn't that strong yet. Because he seemed like he stumbled at some parts, and
right in the beginning. The beginning, when he cut the promo, I think he kind of just lived in the moment for a second and was like, "Wow, this is big. Yeah. I'm in here with Cody," and he stumbled a bit, but he caught up.
The transition between Dom and him to a match, I was just like, "Wait, what?" I was so confused because he was just like, "Dominic, I'm going to smash you," and I was just like, "What? Wait, how do we get there?" So I was like, "All right, it'll get there."
Yeah, it will eventually, but it's all about mommy. It's always good to see mommy. You know that. And then we had Perez and Asuka. What'd you think of that match?
Yo, they had a goodie.
Yes, they did.
I was totally shocked at how much I enjoyed Roxanne and Asuka.
Yeah. Shotzi announced that she's going to be hosting Halloween Havoc.
And Shotzi of an NXT darling when she was there. So the crowd really loved her when she came out.
Yeah, they love Shotzi. Yeah, they were doing they did welcome backs for Asuka. But yeah, Roxanne Perez and Asuka, they did well. I don't know if they've ever touched before, but if this is their first time touching, wow, great job. Yeah. Roxanne Perez, she brings it every time. Every time. Whoever she's working. You know how most people, they're like, oh, like for sports, like, oh, they play down to their opponent. She plays up to her opponent.
Yeah.
Like every person they've put her with,
she showed up. She showed up. No, 100%.
For sure. And here comes Shotzi after what's her name now? Kiana
James.
Kiana James. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, and you got the Shotzi rub. I like this look for Shotzi more than when she had the green hair, to be honest.
Yeah, did it for her sister.
Yeah, I like it. I really do. Commercial. We had was it 6-man, right?
Yeah, the Belfast Brawl.
Yeah, it was a good fight. They had nice little spots.
It was a good gimmick match. It was a great gimmick match.
I wonder if they tried this dart spot and it went through his tape, but this time it just didn't because his hand slid. I was like, I mean, it's fine. The dart's still in your finger, but don't worry about it. I like this spot. He couldn't get the fire extinguisher to work for him.
I thought it was a creative
use
of the spot.
Because the
heel, yeah.
Go ahead, because the heel.
No. It's a big babyface spot, and so I was like, what the heck?
I'm gonna duck myself here. It's the heel. I'll just say butt. The heel showing his butt. It's the heel showing his butt, brother. You have to. Raven taught that a long time ago.
Great spot. Him trying. The babyface coming along and grabbing it. Great spot.
Sometimes you got to look like a dummy out there in a professional wrestling ring. You gotta get thwarted, and you gotta have no problem doing that. And that was a good spot for it. Yep, this was cool. The 10 beats. Was that a pool cue?
Yeah,
it's shattered, right? Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, it shattered right out of his hand.
I'm telling you, man, it was some spots apart.
Yeah,
rough.
Yeah, these guys were going in. Yes, sir. The table spot. They didn't show Pete Dunne, him going through the table on the outside.
Yeah,
they didn't show him doing that, but yeah, it's fine. Cena came out, right? What else we had here with Cena?
Crazy.
Cena Braun.
The crowd rapped his whole song, bro.
Crazy. The fact that he popped for it, and he's like, I ain't never get any more street cred than right now.
How crazy was that?
Cena, okay, I'm gonna just say this quick about Cena. Cena looked like he was genuinely happy to be there. Like, it didn't look like, all right, I gotta come down to NXT and give the rub, because it was like Cena was like, man, I've never experienced this. This is cool. This is what they were talking about when you come to NXT.
Yeah. Because
I'm sure it's a different feel. It's a smaller venue, more intimate. Everybody's closer. But look how packed it is. Because normally this is your student section. So it's like, the bought guys or the students that are working. with the Chase U shirts on. These are all fans over here now.
Yeah.
So these are legitimate fans that are here. So it's cool that Cena gets to experience that. And what about the Braun Breakers?
Yo,
Braun
Dominican
Breakers
Braun with the Jordans on.
Yo, the Dominican Poppy. These are literally the J's that all Dominicans and all Spanish dudes that, for where we're from always have. It's those kicks and a Civic hatchback. That's the starter kit, my boy. You know that for sure.
So I thought Braun here, his promo was, again, it's not perfect,
shaky,
but it
bro,
works.
But look who he was in there with.
What it is, yeah.
Tell me how much he sounds like Scott now.
Yo, when he talks, and he's yelling.
He's Scott, bro. He is Scott. He may be Rick's kid. I don't know. I think Scott.
Yo, look at that punch, though.
I think Scott might have slept over that night or something.
Look at those arms. Look at him about to throw that punch.
Yeah, that first one. Yeah, look at me. Look at you see my mouse? This arm right here. So remember I said I wanted to bring up size. A lot of the guys that were paired up with some of these WWE guys that they're working with, whether it be promos or actual matches, they're up to par size-wise. I feel like when they brought in a lot of those indie dudes, like when they brought in Cole and Gargano and Ciampas, I was like, damn, these guys are tiny. These guys are small, but they got that indie buzz. But now they've brought these guys in like a Braun, even like a Trick Williams. Trick Williams towers Cena. Braun and Cena about the same height. Ilya, Cody, same height. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, Ilya, Cody being the same height shocked me.
I think I am going to say this, though. Cena cheated for Dominican Poppy over here. Cena had his knees bent a bit. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
But Cena had the knees bent slightly. I'm like, Cena, you're being nice. You don't want to tower over him. I get it. He was bent at the knees a little bit. I noticed it when he was cutting a promo. But yeah, no, seriously, this was a good spot for Braun. Big night for Braun, period. Because you'll see later. Huge night for Braun. LA Knight.
Yo, when Braun got away from him, how real was it when Braun was like, woof, and Braun stood under the bottom rope like
I thought he was gonna fall on his head.
Bro.
The way he came, he fell out backwards. I thought he was gonna fall on his head.
Yo, he's a Steiner. They bump however they want.
He's a Steiner. He is a Steiner for sure. I'm surprised there's not another one. How there's not another Steiner so they could be a tag team. This match was really good.
I was actually shocked how well I didn't know how Dominic would fare in such a physical match.
People gotta stop hating on Dom, man.
Yo,
seriously.
Dom's the real deal.
Dom is balling. I think this was probably the only part of the match I was like, he really didn't DDT him because he got hung up on the ropes.
Yeah.
But everything else was so good, bro. So good. Even the physicality at the end. This dude, McDonough, is starting to earn my respect for the bumps that he's taking as a heel.
Bro, he takes insane bumps.
Every bump he takes, he looks like whoever's doing whatever to him is doing it for real. The way he flailed out of this ring, this spot was good too. Yeah. When he got thrown over the top, he posted perfectly, but he left with such velocity.
It looked like he missed everything completely.
And it looked like LA truly threw him over. Shout out to LA Knight rocking the butters too. I just realized that. But I mean, he gotta have some higher socks than that, right? You can see some skin there. New York, he get violated. What do you think of the fit though? That he kept the shades on the whole time.
I was a little iffy on that. I was kind of like, it's a little pitchy, dog. Again, I know you're doing the character, but it's like, all right, this is a little too much character work for me.
It's a little too much, right? Like,
yeah,
bro,
I would have appreciated.
Relax.
I would have appreciated him like taking it a little more serious, but I get it.
No, I liked it. I was a fan. I liked how it looked. It fit the gimmick, I guess, right? I like this spot here. Trick taking mommy, and then
that
she
said, "Second they had." Hey,
she's like, "Put me down."
if mommy can use her female wares and her female prowess to lure in men and just topple them,
yeah, why can't it work the other way? Absolutely,
let it happen.
Yep.
She is something else.
Very good. Oh yeah, and then Corbin was trying to come out. Did you see Dijak pacing in the background of whose promo? Somebody was cutting a promo. It might have been Baron Corbin. Somebody was cutting a promo, and in the background, you can see Dijak walking in the background. Did you not catch that? Yeah.
No, might have not paid attention.
Just walking in the background. I can't remember. And that's why I was like, oh, I wonder when they're going to use him. And then he pops out at the end. And he's like, you were too slow. I was like, oh, okay, Dijak. You're taking dudes' spots because you faster than them? Okay. Yeah, that's right here. He says, you're too slow. I'm like, yeah, I love this Dijak.
Yeah, I'm a fan. This is my favorite version of Dijak ever.
Yeah. If this, I wish we got this instead of T-Bar. Give me this on the main roster instead of T-Bar. If
give
this
me
makes it to the main,
give me Terminator.
Yeah.
Give me Terminator Dijak.
Terminator, Escape from LA Dijak, I loved. Was this? Oh yeah, this match happened too as well.
These ladies did their thing, man. For two green ladies, they did some creative spots.
Lola did some nice spots.
That spot right there.
I loved it. I
was like, hell of a high spot for the cutoff.
It incorporated both of their backgrounds because she's got a gymnastics background. She has a martial arts background. Am I correct?
I think so.
Yeah, because I mean, some of the kicks Shorty was laying, Lola Vice. I mean, she was letting her have it. And
yeah, she was.
She's Shorty Danny Palmer. They said it. She's the one from the NIL deal, fresh out of college.
Good for her.
That's what she is, and so they're already using her for NXT. So that was within a year. So that's what I'm noticing the model now. It's like you're signed, you're going to be on TV within a year.
Yeah,
if you don't figure it out, you got to
gone.
go. Yeah, you got to go. If you haven't figured it out within a year, we're sorry. Hey, Elektra Lopez, your girl. Mellow and Hayes, yes, sir. Then we got Big Braun Breaker.
Bro, what an endorsement having Paul Heyman do your entrance. Can we talk about Paul Heyman doing it up for what'd you think of the promo where he popped up from behind Braun like he was a daggone, he appeared out of nowhere.
Like an evil troll. What about this joint? Call Roman Reigns. I was like, oh, okay. Little bloodline tease.
Yo. The Fed is figuring out how to tell the story where they're just connecting everyone. Like it's really becoming a universe.
Yeah, right. NXT now doesn't feel like a separate brand, like a separate company, because Papa H's NXT with the indie darlings, it felt like, okay, this is indie WWE, and then there's Raw and there's SmackDown now. And I don't think we get here without having NXT 2.0.
Yeah.
Without NXT 2.0,
it makes you see how important 2.0 was.
2.0 was very, very important. It repackaged everything. It changed the model and it changed the mold of NXT.
It made it brighter.
Right. So I'm going to just say something real quick. It made very brighter. Got rid of all the black. Some of the bonus shows that I do want to do with you, I want to cover the original NXT run after the game show run.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So like Seth Rollins, Biggie Langston, Richie
I remember
Steamboat.
the days. I remember them days.
So I want to go back, maybe watch those episodes in like a few bunches and do like bonus parts. Yeah. Okay. I want to do stuff like that. This match, amazing as well. These dudes work so well together. We've seen it here. These dudes work so well together. Breaker and Mello. What did you think? Anything you want to point out in this match?
Nah, man. Athletic. Mello is just he's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
He's athletic in a way that sometimes doesn't even make sense to me. How the dude lands and dives and bumps, and you're just like, he doesn't kill himself.
Yeah.
And Braun took that bump perfectly.
This one here?
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did. I'm sure they probably worked each other on the house shows so much. That's probably why they meshed so well together.
And then Braun turning into like violent heel.
Yeah.
That brought us out the Undertaker.
Yeah.
I never in a million years I would have guessed that was going to be the spot.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be
I went into this going, I guess Taker was just a tease for just the sake of teasing.
Yeah. Can I tell you something though?
Shoot.
This is like indie Taker. This is I'm just showing up doing the meetings. He had a little beer belly. I saw it. I was like, this guy got a little beer belly. Just chilling. He's in regular clothes. He's not doing the whole Taker get up. Dude. Braun, hurry up. I said SummerSlam last year. Braun needs to hurry up. If Braun's not in the Rumble this year.
The promo is still not there though, because remember the promo he cut here with Taker was kind of like,
so what? You can work on the promo, gang. Get him there. Put him on Raw and SmackDown. Theory figured it out.
Get
him up there, bro.
Look at him just like that. Look at him. He looks like a stud. That's a blue chipper.
Because he's a
That's a
freaking
blue
Steiner.
chipper.
Oh my God, bro. I mean, we're gushing over the guy, but he looks like he belongs.
Yo, when he took that Taker punch, holy hell!
Oh yeah, he sold the hell out of it too. He sold the hell out of it.
Look at him about to take that
choke slam.
That choke slam, I thought he was going to touch the ceiling.
What did he say? Taker goozles him, and then he tells him to take the walk. If you're watching, because I love when I watch it here because I got the headphones on, I can hear everything. He tells him to take the walk, and he says, "All right, up," and he pumps once, and he sends him for the ride. I was like, Jesus,
yo, but how
Braun got up there? Yeah, Braun got up there for him, bro.
Braun's a freak of nature.
Yeah, he is. Braun's a tremendous athlete. To think the dude was only a fullback in college football. The dude's a tremendous athlete, bro. Big moment again.
Huge.
Big night for Braun.
Huge.
Braun.
Huge
and
night
I think
for
we're
Braun.
saying that when he's on his back, and we're saying huge night for Braun.
Huge night for Melo because Melo got the rub.
Yep. Big night all around for everybody, in all honesty.
Gee, could you imagine that? All the former stars are brought in to give rubs to the young talent.
Wow.
While progressing their individual stories. Look at that. Come on, bro.
This had to be off the air. They didn't show that.
Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
That's a moment, man.
Are you kidding me?
That's a moment. This is extra photos. That's for sure a moment, dude. Yeah. They get it. That's why, Vern. They get it. They understand how to elevate the future because they know that the professional wrestler is their livestock. And the cow that's in the lead right now, eventually the milk's gonna run dry. And they need that fresh young calf to either make out of veal or to get some new milk for a long time. So I don't know. I mean, that's it. So go ahead. Talk to me about
ratings.
Talk to me about the ratings. Not star ratings. Just ratings.
These are not star ratings. These are just the television ratings. So
yes, sir.
AEW last night on TBS drew 609,000 viewers.
Hold on. Before you keep going, what does AEW average normally?
The last couple of weeks they've been hitting 800. 800K has been their number.
They don't normally hit a million, right? They're usually like high eights, low nines.
They hit a million once
high
or twice.
Eights, low nines at most, right? Because you showed me the numbers all the time, but
yeah,
I just
like high eights, sevens and eights. They've been averaging around 700, 800,000. It's kind of nine is a little high. It's about 7, 8.
Okay, so on Tuesday night they hit 609.
609.
Going head to head with the WWE on their night. Go ahead.
Yep. They got a 0.26 in the key demo.
Sure. Whatever.
NXT got 921,000 viewers.
What is their average? About that, no?
No, it's been going up as of late, but they were averaging 600. Like their new average has been about 600K. Yeah. What people don't realize is that so Black and Gold, the Black and Gold with Adam Cole, the rest of them, that's with Undisputed Era, that second run of theirs.
Heavy metal NXT.
Things were going down. Yeah, the ratings were terrible in the tank. They were in the toilet.
Yeah.
NXT has this thing where they have steady growth, and this is the steady growth paying off. But they've hit 600,000 consistently. Becky Lynch helped them break a million during her segment
last week, right?
Yeah.
Nuts.
So them hitting 900, and that's against baseball. That's against all sorts of other different, not baseball, college, whatever. Sports. It was baseball, right? It was baseball. They outdrew baseball. They outdrew 2 of the games. There was 2 games.
I'm sure they did, bro.
And a hockey game.
I'm sure they did. Hockey's about to start.
I'm not making excuses for them. What I'm saying is that should never be 921,000 people tuned in.
That's a good spot. Is that counting DVR?
Yeah, right.
+3 or whatever.
So if the rumors are true and that interview was right, that Triple H and them said, yeah, we want to show and remind AEW of their place in the map, then I think this is the kind of show that sets a tone that, bro, we drew 900,000 against stiff competition, and there wasn't even close.
Okay, so who won?
Oh, NXT.
No, Vern. AEW didn't win.
Oh,
NXT
the fans
did.
won. Oh, the
We
fans
won.
won.
We won.
We won.
That's why it
We
says
won.
that down there.
But I'm
We won.
sorry.
No, but NXT for sure. No, for sure.
I
without a doubt.
even
just
seeing
trolling.
the pictures of that show, I was like, it was a good show. What a
Yes.
fun show.
Yeah, no. I enjoyed watching NXT. I enjoyed watching NXT. I liked some of the matches on AEW.
I won't disagree with you.
I feel like that's the best way I can say something nice about AEW without burying the product.
Sure.
I liked NXT overall as a show. As a show overall, I think they did a good job. NXT had some decent matches. I think as a show overall, no, but they had some good spots on the show. Tony Storm with the shoe, Swerve Danielson.
Yeah.
Some good spots.
There was stuff here and there. There was good stuff here and there.
But other than that,
overall, no.
Yeah, no.
Didn't do it for me. This wasn't the show that Tony built it up to be.
Right. There was a question I had to ask. Maybe I'll save that for the next show. It was something at the fast lane, but I'll save that for the next show. So, Vern, I think we're here, man.
Word.
It's another long one.
Yeah, another long one. Word, then, sir.
Let's wave that pencil.
Wag and wave that pencil.
Let me tune up the guitar. We're back to our old song. I can't give that guy too much copyright. All right, the pencil's waving, music's playing. It's time for you boys to get on up out of here.
Word. It's been a fun one.
Another episode, man. This one
was conversation.
So again, there was times where we didn't have a lot to talk about. This one we had a lot to talk about. Like I almost
a lot of random tangents.
Right, and I almost forgot we talked about the Iron Claw. Like I can't wait to see that movie. So it's funny. December, we're watching it in theaters, sir.
Yeah, man. That's fine by me.
Okay, so with all that being said, we're wrapping it on up for my man, Vernon Somoza. Touch it. I am Frank Champion. I am me. He is him. We are they. Say peace, Vern.
Peace, Vern.
And we're out of